Beautiful afternoon for football. We've got a district title on the line. Glad to have you inside the Preps coverage on NFHS of Leslie on the road to take on University Liggett. Sam Stick Day, glad to have you back. Playoff edition and an exciting matchup between two teams that are going to bring some fire to the carpet here today.
Yeah, and it feels like playoff football today. You know, it's a little bit colder. There's a breeze. Some of the leaves are off the trees, and it's going to be a beautiful game. We got two fun matchups today. You know, they say styles create matchups, and we got two teams that love to push the ball on offense. There's going to be balls flying all around the field today. Just a wide open offense on both sides, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
You got a matchup between two quarterbacks, and Cranmore, the sophomore, and then Nikos Davis, the senior, on the other end for Liggett. Both have thrown for a ton of yards this year, and we expect them to put it in the air today in this wind.
Yeah, over 2,200 yards for each of them. One of them has 23, but you know we're not going to split hairs here. Both of them have been chucking the ball downfield all game long, and they're not going to shy away from it. That's what got them to this point, so they're going to go at it. And they have some familiarity, Leslie does, on this field. They actually had a 7-on-7 here over the summer, so they've gotten used to this turf already. It's not super unfamiliar, but going up against a team like Liggett, it is going to be tough sledding today.
We've got a Division VII matchup, a district championship. As far as University Liggett has been in their school's history, a chance to host two playoff games and a chance to come away today with a district title. Stick and I will look into keys to victory and much, much more. We'll hear from Andre Risen, the head coach of University Liggett, as the pregame show continues from beautiful Healy Field and Grosse Pointe. We're back with more after this. Welcome back to University Liggett. We're here with head coach Tim McCann from Leslie High School, right between Jackson and Lansing. You get here by way of a big win over Burton Atherton last week in a blowout victory. What's it like coming off a win like that? You kind of had a light second half. You come in today in a contest that you expect against a respectable opponent in Liggett.
Yeah, you know, our goal is 1-0 at the end of the week, and each game is a new record. You reset everything, and you just go from there. It's you know, it's great to be here playing this game in this weather like this at this beautiful facility, and you know, we're just glad to be here.
Not your first rodeo here. You played in a 7-on-7 in the summer, mid-July. How much does that help you with some familiarity to a school that's 2 hours away from your hometown of Leslie?
Yeah, that's kind of a full circle moment for us. You know, we were excited to be down here in the summer. We got a lot of good work in, and you know, our kids are excited to be back here. They had a great time this summer, and you know, we're just excited to be here with our whole group of guys, not just our skill guys.
Some of your skill guys, though, are the headliners of your team, a pass-heavy offense. It's exciting. It's thrown for over 2,300 yards on the year behind a sophomore. Tell the folks what we can expect to see out of Leslie Blackhawk offense.
Yeah, you know, Joel, our quarterback, he's done a great job for us this year, getting the ball to multiple different guys. And, you know, number one, Jaden Colby, and, you know, he does a great job moving into the receiver position for us. You know, Joel just sees the field well, and he spreads the ball out wherever we can take advantage of it.
You're going to have to oppose against another combo the other side in Davis and Ciccarella. How do you match up conversely defensively against their dynamic offense?
Yeah, you know, they're dangerous just as much as we are, and, you know, our goal is to just keep them in front of us. You know, there's going to be a lot of big plays today, and you just got to make one more big play than they do. That's kind of what we've been focused on.
Thanks so much, Tim. Best of luck. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, it's Tim McCann of Leslie. We're back with more after this. Getting set for a district championship at University Liggett. Head coach Andre Risen joins me now. First-year head coach, second year in the program. A successful year, 7-3, and you've got this program on the verge of the furthest they've ever been in program history. How's that make you feel?
Makes me feel awesome. You know, it's really for the kids, and the outstanding job and commitment they made since June 8th. And, you know, we're not finished. We got a lot of business to handle, and so you might not get too much of the giddiness out of me right now because the whole campus is focused. And so it's exciting times for Liggett football, for our alumni. Football is back and at a high level.
It's been an electric offense, to say the least. Playing fast has been one of your mantras, one of your mottos. You guys have played fast. Talk about the offense and how it's come along and the progress that they've made.
Well, you know, any offense starts up front, and those guys don't get enough recognition. We got a transfer to come in, DJ, our starting center, and he's made a significant difference from last year to this year because he's solid, you know, and Drew Johnson is just all-state, hands down. He's been able to move on both sides of the ball as well. We lost a great young lineman. Fortunately, he's coming back, Jade, but it's been blocked by committee, and I just got so much thumbs up for our offensive line. Our studs are our studs. You look at the top of the charts. Our quarterback is top 3 passing. Our receivers are top 3 receiving, if not leading. Our running back is arguably the best running back in the state, no matter what division. And so we got weapons everywhere. And the leadership from our seniors, I believe that they took it out of my hands. I don't have to say too much, and that just shows the maturity with the team we have. We don't have a lot, but we got pretty much 100% of commitment by the guys.
You look across the field, and Leslie, a team that obviously offensively likes to throw it, and your defense will be tested against their offense, just like they'll be tested defensively against your offense.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be an exciting game. We definitely respect their program and what they've done over there to get it back, headed in the right direction. And like you said, they got weapons, and so we got some players that know they have a challenge in front of them, and they're excited about it. And best man win.
Give us a couple quick keys to victory on each side of the football today.
Play fast, play discipline, take care of the ball, come out victorious.
There he is, Andre Rison, leading Liggett to their best start in history and a chance for their first district title ever today. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Go Liggett.
All right. We're back with more from Liggett right after this. Welcome back to University Liggett as we get set for kickoff this district championship. About to get underway. Chad Bush alongside Sam Stick Day. The Preps coverage on NFHS. Kennedy Broadwell on the sidelines, who we'll get to shortly. Stick, perfect day for football. The theme for us, we've been blessed all season long. But today, 2 teams that are dynamic and 2 schools that really have not tasted the success consistently, but this year's been different for them.
Yeah, both schools coming in with a lot of pride today, and they are ready to play a hard-fought game.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll have the kickoff, and we come back to Liggett right after this. Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
All right, we're ready for kickoff of this district championship, Division 7. It's Leslie, the Blackhawks, who come in about 2 hours away between Lansing and Jackson, and they're a pass-heavy offense, a younger team. They rely on a sophomore quarterback. They'll be challenged today by more of a senior-led group, a veteran group. Nikos Davis will talk about endlessly on offense, Stick, but there's a development on defense where he's also coming to the storyline.
Yeah, I mean, if we had a breaking news sounder, we'd hit it with beep, 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 beep right now, because this young man, it looks to be playing in the defensive backfield today. And you know what? That's just kind of a great coaching decision by Liggett, because with you're going against a Leslie team that loves to pass the ball. I mean, 90% of the time, these guys are dropping back and putting it in the air. So you put your best athlete in a position to be a ball hawk and make some big plays and change the momentum on both sides. So it's going to be a big game for him.
So we are getting set for this offense of Liggett and Nikos Davis to get ready to come out, and we'll see that night offense. Davis a part of it, but Gary Stacy a big part of it as well. Big Drew Johnson up front. The line, Andre Rison gave a lot of credit to. There's more pieces. Ciccarella. I mean, there's a ton of pieces in this Liggett offense that we're about to unravel here shortly.
Yeah, well, anytime you're advancing in the state playoffs, obviously it's the better and better teams, so the more complete they are, and Liggett is one of those teams coming in with some momentum, and they're gaining it on all three levels of the game.
Hartfield is back deep. The kickoff is underway. Jacob Phillips bangs it, and it's taken by number 1. That's Marvin Hartfield, the senior receiver, and he's across the 35 to the 37, and that's where Liggett will unravel their offense. It's been a productive offense led by the quarterback and the junior Nikos Davis, a guy that's thrown for over 2,200 yards this year. And coming off a 11-16, 221 yards passing and 3 touchdowns last week in Liggett's win in their semifinal.
Yeah, he's the guy you're going to have to key on. He's the guy that you're going to have to contain, and he's the guy that you're going to have to put pressure on, because that's the thing. Whenever you have an efficient quarterback like this, the thing is pressure, constant pressure. Make him get off his spot and make his timing go off a little bit faster.
First play, pitch right. Gary Stacy has some daylight near the numbers and has a first down. It's a gain of 11 before he's tackled by Evan Dexter. But that's a dose of Gary Stacy, the all-league running back and the 3-sport star.
Yeah, you see, you just get him on the edge, but he's not just a speed back. He's a power back. He's looking for contact. He's looking to run over people. And as always, on a big run like that, you got to give credit to the wide receivers blocking downfield.
Bet. So Liggett with it at the 48-yard line, 3 wide receivers, handoff again, left side. It's Gary Stacy, and Stacy has a few before he's tackled by Jackson Fawcett, the sophomore defensive lineman.
Yeah, and he does not look like a sophomore in there. A big number 88 shedding blocks and making the tackle.
That's a tackle up near the head, and that's going to be a personal foul. As we get a look at the receivers and backs for Liggett, and this looks to be, I think, clearly a face mask or personal foul going on the Blackhawks.
Yeah, both things can be true. It's a personal foul and a face mask.
That'll put the football into Blackhawk territory as we get another look here, Stick.
Yeah, just giving credit to the young man. That was the play before, right when he was able to stuff the middle. Get a look at that face mask coming up in a little bit. But, yeah, that's 15 yards, and that helps an offense get steady. And the one thing, the wind may be a factor in this game. We really haven't discussed it, but you can kind of hear it coming through the microphone. And both these teams, the way they like to pass it, this wind could play a factor.
Here you see the offensive line who's done a great job. Saunders, Cato, Brooks at center, Medvinsky, and Andrew Johnson, the right tackle. On the move, Liggett, 1st and 10 from the 34. And that's a form tackle up front by double nickels Tanner Kraft. And Stacy is stopped in his tracks there. We see the defense of the Blackhawks, known for their offense, making a stand here on 1st down.
Yeah, you talk about a form tackle. Shoulder right to the gut, grab the knees and lift.
Nico's going to throw it outside, incomplete, low, looking for his top target, Santino Ciccarella. It looked like they were not on the same page. They've been on the same page for a long time. They've played sports together since they were 8 years old.
You love that.
The defense for the Blackhawks looks like this. It's their talented back end, maybe the strength of their group, with Johnson, Colby, Romero, and Phillips. Liggett in a 3rd down and 7 from the 31-yard line. Davis changing the play. Stacy to his left, 2 wide receivers to the right. has time, outside route, caught. Turns it up, first down and more for the freshman, Julius Bennett, the 9th grader on an out route. Move the chains, 1st and 10, Liggett.
Yeah, and this throw is all about touch. He gets it right over the defender, Evan Dexter, number 23, over the top of him, but in front of the safety. That is a perfect placement on that pass.
No time to waste, a little tempo. Davis will keep it himself. He can run, he's outside and can't break the second tackle, but it's a healthy gain of 8 on first down. It gets the ball down near the 20-yard line, and Liggett's starting to really move their machine right now.
Yeah, you could tell they're in that rhythm. The timing is getting a little bit faster. You're catching the defense off guard.
Fawcett on the defensive end, along with Franklin the opposite end. Phillips and Hardesty the D tackles. 2nd and 2 from the 11. Stacy left side, and it looks like he's short of the first down. Tackle made by number 78. That's Zachary Hardesty, the aforementioned defensive tackle. Just a 9th grader. Very big-time youth movement for Leslie with just 8 seniors.
And they're going to give him that first down. Take a look at the linebackers from Leslie.
Evan Dexter, Kraft, and Xavier Chrisman, the 3 backers for Leslie under head coach Tim McCann. Liggett on the move. 1st and goal from the 9. Trying to bring it in. First time ever hosting 2 playoff games in a single season. Nikos Davis looking end zone, looking corner, and overshoots his target. That's his top target in Ciccarella. Incomplete. They've had yet to mesh, but Ciccarella is the lead character on that offense with 50 catches on the year.
Well, that's the exact direction the wind is blowing, and it just sailed on him just a little bit. And you see some pressure from that line getting to him. So a tough play. They just couldn't make it.
Ciccarella also a track star. And
helps.
Yeah, he can really run it down. He'll check out here on 2nd and goal from the 9. Just under 10 minutes to go. Opening drive for University Liggett. Turn, give, Stacy right side, stopped. It'll be 3rd down and 8. D-line is tightened up, led by Jackson Fawcett, the sophomore.
Yeah, Tanner Kraft getting involved on that too. The linebackers just coming up and stuffing the hole right there, making sure a short gain.
3rd down and goal, 9.5 left, opening quarter. Good crowd on hand. Leslie's brought some folks. University Liggett bringing it as well. Davis looking end zone, off the fingertips of his wide receiver Barnett, and it's 4th down and decision-making time for head coach Andre Risen.
Yeah, the fans at the stands think he got there a little bit early. We get the benefit of replay up here with the prep, so we're going to take a look and see if he did get there early. It looks like a pretty clean defensive play. Good coverage by number 1. That's Jaden Colby. Also a pretty good wide receiver on the other side, too.
Sure is. Timeout, Liggett, to think about it. We'll step aside with them. We'll take a brief timeout from beautiful Grosse Pointe on this Saturday afternoon. A title to be decided. Back after this.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Fourth down decision-making time. Stick, what do you do here?
Well, like Pat the Stat pointed out, the wide receivers have been open, so you want to stick with the pass. You've been kind of heavy run on this drive, but I think 8 yards is a little too much to rely on the running game to get in the end zone. Unless you got some miraculous, annexation of Puerto Rico or some fun play you want to run.
Watch at the bottom of your screen. Ciccarella is matched up with their top defensive back as well. So 4th and goal. Nikos Davis looking right. Looking end zone. Pressure from Fawcett. Throws it up and incomplete. Turnover on downs. Leslie holds after Liggett drives deep into their territory. the Blackhawks stand tall.
And I got to tell you, that drive was pretty much made by Jackson Fawcett. He was all over the field early in the drive. Aside from that face mask penalty, which was just him trying to make a play, he shut down on defense right there. Great drive by Mr. Fawcett.
Batted away by Jaden Colby, who had a couple pass breakups on the drive. So, nonetheless, University Liggett does get a chance to shove Leslie back. It's been an offense that's been dynamic. They're coming off a win last time out, 49-7 over Burton Atherton. They put up 54 against East Jackson earlier this year. Inside give, handoff, and it's the run game to start things for the Blackhawks, and it's a healthy gain of 14 on play one for Leslie.
Yeah, we talked about it. They're a passing offense. They're a passing offense. They're a passing offense. What do? Hit you with a little counter action right off the rip. And you see number 55 coming around, getting his block, Tanner Kraft, and a great run on first down to get yourself out of a hole, too. And look at the press coverage on the outside by Marvin Hatfield.
A lot of man coverage. We'll see how that works.
Look how close he is. Oh, now he's squaring up.
He is right in the shorts of Cole Gilliard, the sophomore receiver, the bottom of the screen. No score, just underway. First drive for Leslie. Pass-heavy offense under offensive coordinator Travis Crow. 1st and 10, slot open over the head of the outstretched streaking arm of Braden Johnson. Had him open, Jacob Phillips rather, in the slot.
And there you see Nico Davis turning to his coach, Andre Risa, talking to him about that route because it's a little swing route out of the backfield, and he's wide open. If he just puts a little bit more touch on this, that is a touchdown.
Nikos Davis again. They have not played him on defense this year.
And that's a confusing route to get out of the backfield, so right off the rip, he's getting tested.
Handoff again. They'll try the ground. Why not? It worked the first time. It'll work a second time. It's a gain of 11 on 2nd and 10. Move the chains. It's Evan Dexter again, and a tackle by Kurtz, the defensive end.
And here's just another counter, just like they ran on the very first play of the game, and getting some lead blockers out in front and picking up an easy first down.
It's a Liggett defense led by Drew Johnson, 104 tackles on the year at defensive tackle. Kind of a linebacker by trade, but playing D-line on this defense. Slant route caught over the middle of the field. Watch out. Open field, Jaden Colby, the senior wide receiver, getting loose, and he's done it all season long. Big, gaudy numbers, averaging 20 yards a catch, and we see it there, Stick.
Yeah, that's just a nice seam route right up the middle and a good sling throw by the quarterback right there, right on stride, picking up about 25 yards.
The quarterback is the sophomore Joel Cranmore as we look at the receivers and backs. Dexter, the running back, and Fawcett, the tight end. Braden Johnson at a receiver, and Jaden Colby and Jacob Phillips, the other two. On the move from the 31. Carry right side. This is 12, Cranmore, the quarterback, and he's going to get strung out and tackled for a loss by number 5. That's Ed Narva, the linebacker.
Yeah, Narva showing his foot speed there, getting it all the way to the outside edge, pushing that quarterback. They tried a little counter action, and it did not work. He stayed at home and tracked him down.
Narva in the starting lineup. We covered this team in Liggett in week 4 in their win over Cranbrook. And Narva has moved into the lineup since. Motion right to left by Colby, the receiver. They're looking Colby, left side slot, open, touchdown, Leslie. 31-yard touchdown strike. And our first points of the day come by way of the visitors from Leslie.
And that looked like a similar play. I mean, the exact same wheel route play that he didn't hit on the first time. This time the pass was on target, on time, and a walk-in touchdown. The old swinging gate.
Extra point coming from Jacob Phillips. No, they're going to go for 2, and it's going to work. How about that? The swinging gate never swung, and they went right at it and get the conversion. How about it?
Now, that's always a fun 2-point conversion, right? You line up, and then you count the amount of players, and if it benefits one side, you pitch it over there like they did because you had the numbers. If it doesn't, you just kick the point or shift your line back over for an easy extra point.
It's a numbers game.
It's just making the other team think, right?
Yeah,
and that's
for
what
sure.
you want to do. Always put the pressure on them. Liggett had a great first drive, put it all the way down to the 8-yard line, couldn't cash in. And there you see Leslie responded with that high-powered offense.
It's a 6-play drive. They went 92 yards in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And in the end, it's Leslie on a 31-yard touchdown pass from Cranmore. And they're on the board. Here's the replay of the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they just counted too many numbers over there, and then they picked it up, and they pitched it right to the running back, and he was able to get in the end zone.
We'll get another look at the 2-point conversion here again. Nobody came over. The snap from the quarterback or from the center all the way to the left side.
As long as it's behind the center, he could snap it any direction he wants.
No wonder. That was slick.
That was almost a pass.
It was, and the center was the lead character in that. What a snap. A little side snap. Johnson will boot it for Leslie. 8-0 leaders, 7:07 to go in the first quarter. On the Cranmore touchdown pass to Colby. Kickoff by Hartfield, and he's going to get strung down at the 30. They'll give him forward progress to the 31-yard line before he's tackled by number 23. That's Evan Dexter. So here comes Liggett, who had a first drive that was memorable, Stick. It wasn't like there was much restriction until they got inside the 10.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like they have to do anything different. No, do what you did on that first drive. Just, put it in the end zone when you get to the 8-yard line. Complete a couple more passes, but that's it. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't go off your game plan at all at this point.
Davis with a carry. Stacy with 4 for 7 yards. Stacy here, and Fawcett shuts the Fawcett off. And he has been a character on that defensive line. He's just a sophomore and a big kid making some hay early in this game.
Yeah, and you see him just shed his block and jump into your screen. And once he gets his hands on you, he's throwing you to the ground. He's been impressive on these first 2 drives.
Got some length on that edge. 6'2", 205. They'll send Barnett slot right. They'll send Ciccarella wide right. Bottom of your screen. Watch for him. 2nd and 12. It's Stacy off right guard, and he'll have a couple. A flag comes in from the backside. Alex Lefebvre, the head umpire today. And this one might be coming back.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I'm Leslie, I may decline this. Because then you're bringing up 3rd down and 12, but looks like they're walking them back. 2nd and 22, it'll wind up. You got holding, but once again, I mean, that's that man. Seems like Fawcett's on both sides of the ball. They run to the right side, he makes the play. They run to the left side, he's there too.
It's a Fawcett that never turns off.
I like the American Standard. Is that what we're going to call it?
I think that's a brand.
It
I
is.
like the sponsorship.
Yeah, there you
angle
go.
You're headed in.
Go get that NIL money.
That's it, baby. It's out there. Second and 22. Davis, out route. Barnett caught. Upfield turns and has the first down. He needed 19. He got 20. Move the chains. University Liggett converts on a 2nd and 22.
Yeah, and you love that play call. It's just a simple combination out route and go pattern, and the out route's wide open. He catches it, and he turns upfield, and now he's got a lead blocker and a great job. He didn't get a body on it, but Ciccarella able to get in the way and not let his defender get the tackle.
Barnett, the leading receiver for the home team to start things. Just a freshman. Pitch left side, Stacy, and Fawcett can't get him, but his teammate does. Coming up to submarine him is the cornerback, Jaden Colby, who doubles as the wide receiver, and fine play setting the edge for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, once again, Fawcett not able to get the tackle in the backfield, but he slowed him down just enough to let his teammates catch up and make that for pretty much a no gain.
Yeah, gain of 0. 2nd and 10. 7-0 Leslie. 8-0 Leslie. They went for 2 in an unconventional swinging gate that never swung. But it banged a couple in. Andre Risen's team trying to come from behind. Looking right side deep, Ciccarella, and it's well wide of the field of play. And it's been a tough take. These wide, deep passes have been off the mark. Wind might have a factor in that.
Yeah, but also that was a correct defensive call. I mean, they were protecting the deep ball there. It was that same combination route. This time he threw the deep ball instead of that out route. And I believe the out route pattern was just as wide open as it was a couple plays ago. So they were going for it all. You can't blame him for being aggressive. But if he wants to just check it down there and pick up 10 yards, I think it's available too.
Yeah. Davis on the year, 62% passer, 126 for 203, 2,265 yards. Middle route, got a man just off the fingertips of Hartfield. Oh, Nico had him on the post route, and it just drops off his fingertips.
Yeah, and you got to love that call. I mean, they've been running the go routes. They've been running the out route. This time they're running a little post over the middle, wide open. Just got to put a little bit more zip on it. But, man, that play is going to be there again, so I would look for that as a touchdown later on in this game. Oh, just off the fingertips. So now you got a big 4th down here.
All right, 4th and 10 going for it on their own side of the 50 at the 42. Andre Risen making a statement of trust. 4 wide receivers. Davis has some time, looking middle, floats it up, has Ciccarella, and it's knocked away and defended well at the last minute. That's Brandon Romero, the junior. Braden Romero, the junior, with a breakup. And now Leslie takes over. Here's another look.
Yeah, Leslie's just coming like very close to breaking this pass up, but I meant to say Liggett's coming close to getting touchdowns, but you see him just flash in the screen, almost an interception, but better not to intercept that ball at that point.
That's right.
It's 4th down. Now you're going to get the ball in plus territory, even though it's so tough. You want that pick.
Saved about 40 yards. Offense, the defensive line, and Robinson, Johnson, Alar, and a fine group up front for Liggett. Keeper, quarterback, Cranmore, gain of about 3 or 4 before he's swallowed up by number 13, Devin Abbott.
A good defense by Liggett.
Part of that defense is Juju Barnett, the freshman, starts at one of the spots along with P.J. Walker, the sophomore, Ciccarella, and Marvin Hatfield. Davis back there as well. 2nd down and 6 from the 38. Leslie trying to add to their 1 score plus a 2-point lead. Low throw, caught. It's a 1st down inside the 30 to the 29, and it's a fine hands catch by Jaden Colby, their leading receiver on the year with over 1,100 yards.
Yeah, it seems like the motion wide receiver is the main target anytime that they're going that way. And if I'm Liggett, I'm keying on anybody in motion at this point. Seems like they love that little just get in motion, get beyond the tight end, and cut right upfield.
They like to find that seam.
Takes a lot of timing.
Yep. A lot of that timing developed this summer. The D-zone shootout that was hosted here at Liggett. Outside zone run, tackled out of bounds. Back to the ground with Evan Dexter.
But Nico Davis coming in and hitting hard. I mean, for him not playing defense often, he is laying the lumber. Look at him come downhill and make this hit. He comes to the sideline right now. Coach going to give him a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, not used to playing 2 ways like that. How much effect does that have on him?
You'd like to say, hey, they're young kids. They can play all day, but it does have a lot of effect, especially when you're the main resource on offense as well, you know.
Right. Cranmore's going to take it himself. Strong coverage by Liggett. It's a first down gainer for Cranmore, who's now got 10 yards on 3 carries in this game. Winner claims the district title of this Division 7 district. Liggett getting here with their win last week over Bath, 41-14. And we've got a tackle for loss, and that's Kurtz, Liam Kurtz on the tackle. And he's been a disturbance up front from that defensive end spot this year.
Yeah, Liggett's done a really good job staying home on these trick plays, the reverses, and here you see a nice little pitch. The cameraman's following him too, able to get just a hand on him and get him onto the ground. People want a little bit of a late hit, but I don't think they whistled that the play was over at that point. And you play through the whistle, not to the whistle, Chad.
Right on. Colby is their second most attempts on the ground as well. Cranmore pressure, steps up, throws over the middle of the field, knocked away. Fine play by Devon Abbott, but a late flag. And this might be PI on the home team night. And I don't know about the timeliness of this, but we'll wait for the official call. Here's another look.
He gave the holding sign, not the pass interference sign, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see it from this angle.
Yeah, it's going back. I think this is on the offense. No, defense. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Huh. All right. Here's another look.
And it's going to be tough to tell unless we have a camera on the wide receiver.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we
That's
have
tough.
a view. It's a tough call.
That is a tough call.
Devon Abbott in coverage. Sophomore looked to have some solid coverage. 2nd down and 3. It does not give an automatic first down, does PI at high school. That's a first down, though. He needed 3. He got 3.5. Move the chains. Evan Dexter, the lead ground gainer in this pass-heavy offense. And he's had some clutch runs already.
Yeah, and it's been the same counter play. I mean, they've had very much success on running about the same 3 plays over and over and over, and that's that counter to the right. Just getting some lead blockers out there, big number 55 leading the way, and next thing you know, you got a first down.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line. On the move, Cranmore, the sophomore, sends his senior receiver Colby in motion, keeps it himself outside the tackle and in the end zone. Touchdown, Blackhawks. It's Cranmore with a 4-yard scamper, and it's a 14-0 lead for Leslie in the closing minutes of this first quarter.
Yeah, there you go. You see just another lead block action coming around the outside. Parker Franklin getting his block and leading the way into the end zone. Just a lot of motion, a lot of moving parts, a lot of timing with the wide receivers and the snaps. This is a tough offense to defend.
So we'll see if they go for 2. They will. Cranmore's going to keep it, pitch it right side, and nowhere to go. Sniffed out well by Ed Narva, and we sit at 14-0.
Well, as awesome as that looked on the first time, it looked as bad the second time. So, and there you go, 50-50, sitting the same thing as you would if you just kicked the boring old extra point.
Playing with house money.
Yep.
We'll step aside from Grosse Pointe. We're back to Healy Field right after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back. Chad Bush and Sam Stick Day with you. C-Jack, Christian Jackson, your executive producer. In the end zone, Leslie, it was a drive that took 3 minutes, 22 seconds, 7 plays, 42 yards. They took advantage of a short field, and it's a 4-yard touchdown run for the sophomore quarterback who's had a fabulous season in Mr. Cranmore. And it's 14-0 with a missed 2-point conversion, and another look here at the touchdown stick.
Yeah, just like we were talking about, a nice little simple play to the left side and able to gain the yardage to get you in the end zone. And if you're Liggett, this is a big drive right here. You got to think back. You've been able to move the ball. You've missed a couple of passes, pure touchdown passes on that last drive. You've been inches away. And if you could get a score on this drive, you're kind of resetting things and getting things back stable. So this is a huge drive for Liggett.
Cranmore's 10th rushing touchdown of the year. We'll see what Liggett can do, how they'll respond. We've seen the offense off the jump drive all the way down to the 2-yard line, 8-yard line. Squib kick taken by the up man, and it's going to be squatted down to the 34. It's taken by number 34. That's Alexander Durham. He's just a freshman. A lot of young kids playing on both sides.
Well, it's the third kickoff they've kicked kind of directly at him. The other two kind of went over his head. So this one he had to take. There's nothing more terrifying than that squibble ball coming at you. Those footballs do not bounce normal.
Yeah, and that's a credit to the return game of the Knights and Ciccarella and Hartfield. We'll see Ciccarella, who has yet to get into the statistical category yet.
Yeah, you would expect some of these deep balls to hit soon, though.
Yep. Barnett here, fine block by Ciccarella, and Barnett's going to have a gain of 8 before he's spilled on this carpet by number 6. That's Jacob Phillips. Barnett's been the top offensive target. He's been left open on some plays, and they've taken advantage.
Well, I think if you've been watching this game, Leslie has taken away that deep ball, and that's what they're trying to do. So you have that 8 to 10-yard play anytime you want it.
Juju Barnett now 34 catches on the year. Now 35 with a catch. Breaks a tackle, gets across midfield to the 49-yard line.
But that's it. It's those short timing passes that have worked for them so far. And you're going to want to take your shots. When you're a team like Liggett, you got the athletes to do it. Of course you get hungry for that big play. But against this defense, just take what they're giving you right now.
Ciccarella, a team guy, out there blocking his tail off to help. He'll go back to Ciccarella this time. Makes a man miss. Watch out. That speed will get him to the 37-yard line. And that's enough for another first down. Gain of 11, move the chains, and they're getting Ciccarella involved and now creatively, offensively, making their moves through the air.
Yeah, but the net air yardage on those past 3 plays have been about 3 yards down the field. The rest have been done by the wide receiver, and that's what I'm talking about. Just keep chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Pick up that momentum, and then next thing you know, you can hit them with that deep ball. It's about that spot, 37 yards.
Yep. Nikos Davis barking out some changes, and he'll let the quarter run out. And we will as well. Kennedy Broadwell when we come back to Healy Field. University Liggett on the drive. 14-0 Leslie. The road team in the lead for this district championship. We're back on NFHS via the Prep right after these.
The shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Chad and Stick back with you as we get set for the second quarter. Let's go to Kennedy Broadwell and get her thoughts.
Yeah, guys, the name you've already called a lot is senior running back Gary Stacy. You'll probably hear it some more. He had a great week last week, rushing for 164 yards and 3 touchdowns, marking his 3rd straight week of rushing for over 116 yards. The craziest thing about this kid's story is it's only his 2nd year of high school football. And he sat out the first 3 weeks of the season with an injury, but despite it all, he's got multiple collegiate offers and has recently been named All-League. Guys.
Thanks, Kennedy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, that speaks just to the volume and what they've been able to do this year.
Yeah, when you're able to compile talent like that, and the best part is, you know, the old iron sharpens iron, because now every day you're practicing against a D1 guy, and now all of a sudden your level's raising. So it's funny how good programs work like that. They just keep getting stronger from within.
Starting to heat up here, Nikos Davis. Looking right side and incomplete, broken up. Dangerous pass, trying to find Hartfield, but it was busted up and read well by the corner Phillips.
Yeah, it looked like they telegraphed that a little bit before the play. You could see Davis look at he's pointing at him, he gave him, and it looks like they knew that signal because he broke on that football, and that could have been a pick six.
Davis right now, 6 of 14 for 71 yards, a long of 23. 3rd and 4, swing right side. Stacy in open field. Stacy has a first down and more. Breaks a tackle, open field. Touchdown Knights. The pain train, Gary Stacy, to the end zone from 31 yards out. And Liggett about to cut this lead in half.
And there you go, just another little check down ball, and you let the running back do the rest of the work. I love the lineman on the outside, but it is tough to chase down that, and look at the pure power running through Romero on his way to the end zone, just trotting in. But that's what they did on that entire drive. 5-yard pass, 1-yard pass, behind the line of scrimmage, dump off to the running back, and I think they found some success.
I think so. Alexander Gould to attempt the PAT. Kicks up, and the kick is good at Grosse Pointe Woods. 14-7, the lead's been cut in half. Stick, that's the kind of drive you dream of for Liggett. 6 plays, 66 yards, 2.5 minutes, and in the end zone with a Gary Stacy touchdown tough run.
And that was a drive that they absolutely needed. I mean, being down 14-0 at home, kind of heads were starting to droop a little bit. You know, your quarterback's playing both ways, getting beat up a little bit on defense, not going their way on offense. That's the type of drive that lifts an entire team, and you can even feel it here in the stands. The fans are back involved. The cheerleaders are back excited again. That was a huge drive for Liggett.
First time hosting a playoff since 2016. And we want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. And the Michigan Knights Baseball Club, and developed many of talents and in the community here in Grosse Pointe over the years. We thank the Michigan Knights for their sponsorship of this broadcast here today. Couldn't do it without them. Thanks to Coach Johnson and all the great folks at the Michigan Knights baseball group. 14-7, Leslie on top. Liggett on the board at the 10:57 mark of the second quarter. And now the defense for Liggett has an assignment to do. They're going to have to get a stop here at some point.
Yeah, well, that's the part of the puzzle that they haven't solved yet, but now you get an opportunity, especially with a little bit of momentum on your side.
A little squibber here. That would have been some big momentum. Instead, it's swallowed up and sat on by Jacob Phillips, the return man, at the 31-yard line. So this Leslie offense, as we get another look, and this can be dangerous at times, this squibber.
Oh, it talked about an oblong football. It never bounces the way you think it's going to bounce, and especially when you're kicking it to guys that aren't normally used to handling it. It's a little scary out there.
The numbers so far through a quarter and some change of play, pretty even. 23 plays for Liggett, 126 yards, but Leslie's done it in just 13 plays. Cranmore keeps it. He's been a part of the ground game, but it's just a gain of 2 here as Liggett tightens up, led by Jason Cato, the freshman, on the defensive line there with the first stop.
Yeah, that freshman came out of that pile with some attitude, too. He was happy to make that play. It was almost like a frustration tackle, like, I finally got him.
Yeah.
And way to hold on, hog tie him to the ground.
He's excited, man. Just a freshman getting in there.
Oh, you freshman playing in the second round of the state playoffs? I mean,
are you kidding me?
Nothing better.
So Leslie will spread it out. Cranmore will send 5 wide. He'll send his slot man to the right and Evan Dexter. Motion left to right by Colby. Overloaded boundary. Throw. Tunnel screen. Johnson going nowhere. Tackled for a loss. All the way back to the 30-yard line. And it's Marvin Hatfield coming from the secondary to make the TFL.
Yeah, Mr. Hartfield stood on his block, fought through his block, and made the play. Look at block, push off the wide receiver, shed him, make the tackle, and just hang on in the backfield. You put that one on tape, Mr. Hartfield.
He was a all-league performer. Of course, Liggett plays out of the CHSL intersectional one. They moved up this past year in their 122nd year of football. Here at Liggett. Throw right side, caught, watch out. Open field and tackled inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Somehow Braden Johnson got loose behind the defense and gets into Liggett territory.
And that's all on Cranmore, just using his pocket presence, stepping up in the pocket, but keeping his eyes down the field. And there he is, number 5, just waiting on that ball to be delivered. I was thinking he was going to turn on the Jets, but I think he thought the stutter step would throw the defender off.
Guy that's played this year with effective passing numbers, 34 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions for the sophomore Cranmore. A dual threat guy and a college prospect. Coach calls him a student of the game. He'll keep it here, breaks a tackle, and then wisely gets down before he is dunked by Kurtz on this turf that came to life in 2014.
Yeah, it was a designed quarterback draw. You see him just not able to beat the defensive ends, crashing on that. Great job by Narva on there, getting his hands on him earlier and slowing him down. Of course, Kurtz comes in and finishes the play.
Of course, he has been a presence on that defensive side. 14th season qualifying for the playoffs for Liggett. 17th game overall in the postseason. Cranmore looking, escapes, throws, end zone, incomplete. It was well covered back there by Hartfield and Davis, and they were trying to get to Johnson. Great defense by the back end for the Knights.
Yeah, great job. It was the pressure up front that changes this play, because you see Ramiro is on that wheel route again, and he just doesn't have the time to sit there and let it develop. He's got to roll right, and they only have one wide receiver on the entire side of the field. So a big third down here for Liggett, even though you probably feel it's 4-down territory.
For sure. There it is, it is, it is. Back to pass, looking, middle, incomplete. Cranmore thought his guy was going to zig, and he zagged.
They're kind of pointing at each other. One guy pointed one way, the other guy points another. And this is really the first miscommunication you've seen. Like,
lost phone in the stands, So 4th down and 7, Cranmore's going to go for it. And Leslie, no surprise with this prolific passing offense, they'll send 5 wide here, Stick. 4th and 7, trying the hard count. Coach says try it again.
keep going till it works.
Your job's to make it work. They will snap it. 4th and 7 to move the drive along. Cranmore's going to take off, and he's going to get it, and much more. A student of the game, showing his legs, his dual threat ability, and he can read a defense too, Stick.
Yeah, he keeps his eyes down the field, just watch his head. It never tucks it to run until he decides, I got to go. But it wasn't there. It wasn't there. Okay, they're playing man. Easy pickup for a 1st down.
Well covered by Liggett, but no spy on Cranmore, and it's tough to do in an offense that has all these weapons, Stick.
Yeah, you got to hope your front 4 gets there, puts the pressure on them. Like you said, spies are so – oh, here's an interesting lineup.
Okay, what is this? Swinging Gatish. This is amazing. It's 1st and 10, Cranmore back. Has some space, looks end zone, nearly intercepted. Oh boy, Hartfield thought he had it. And Nikos Davis says, that's my biscuit, and nobody got it. Incomplete. That was a fun play.
Nikos Davis took that interception away from Hartfield, unfortunately. He got a pancake block right at the beginning. He just decides to launch this ball. I'm not sure what he was seeing. Oh, my goodness. That was some fun football happening today, Chad.
Yeah, interesting things. So here we go. 2nd down and 10. Some fun formations for Tim McCann. Looking over the middle, caught, makes a man miss, stays on his feet, and has a 1st down on a lot of individual effort out of Jaden Colby. Over 1,100 receiving yards this year, just his 2nd year first year playing the position.
And what a hard throw. I mean, rolling to your left and throwing back to your right. That is such a hard throw to make. And an ill-advised throw. Normally when you're throwing across your body across the field, that ball's picked.
Yeah, dangerous indeed, especially in this territory. So Leslie trying to answer the Liggett score. Throw in right side. Colby down inside the 5, down to the 3. Or the 4, rather. But Jaden Colby, a guy that switched positions, has been a quarterback his whole career. And to make room for Cranmore, to make this team better, he accepted his role as receiver, and he's been dominant.
Yeah, it looked like kind of that play was in slow motion. A couple wide receivers just kind of laboring off the line, then they shot into their route. A lot of little wrinkles that I haven't seen before from this Leslie team. And Leggett's done a good job adjusting to it, but they need a big stop here.
Travis Crow, their offensive coordinator, who was on the 08 team that went to the state finals. Leslie alum. Right side, Gainer, not much there, shut down. In on the tackles, Jason Cato again. Gain of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Just under 7 minutes to go until halftime. Leslie trying to get another score in and double that lead back up.
Now the future is bright for this Liggett defense with Mr. Cato on the inside. He's only a freshman, a big body, and we've seen him make some nice plays so far here in this first half.
Left side, pass, batted up in the air. Tall, high hands. It's Gary Stacy getting up, showing those hops, and knocks it down. 2nd down and goal. Here's another look at the Stacy SWAT.
Yeah, what a great defensive play. If you can't get to the quarterback, get your arms up and make it tough. And he read that beautifully. And here comes they go and trip right. But they were sending the whole line out there again.
You never know. It is trips to the boundary. We saw a screen, tunnel screen out of this set before. Playbook wide open. And we've got some movement up front, and Leslie's going back.
Oh, they put a different quarterback in. They put Jaden Colby at quarterback.
And his position the last 3 years.
And they split Cranmore out. Now let's see if they go back to their original setup.
Good catch. Little wildcat wonder. This will move him back 5.
The coach over there just dialing up whatever he wants. Like, let's put the wide receiver at running back. Let's run the swinging gate. Next thing you know, the lineman's going to be throwing the ball.
Oh, man. First meeting all time between these two schools that start with an L. 14-7. Leslie on top trying to add. Liggett trying to hold. Pressure. Cranmore bounces outside. Throws end zone, nearly intercepted by Gary Stacy. They were trying to find Colby, and Cranmore almost caught one.
My goodness. Mr. Stacy has had 2 on this drive, 1 at the line of scrimmage, this one in the back of the end zone, and he got away with this one. Once again, throwing across the field. Man. It's so interesting to watch Leslie because we're like right when the ball's hiked, the quarterback doesn't really move. It's almost like a delay till the play develops, and it's like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's almost like there's so much poise. They're just,
okay,
let's settle in here. Let's look, let's read it. 3rd and goal from the 7. Cranmore in the gun. Can Liggett hold? Slant route incomplete, just behind Colby. And Cranmore pumps his fist emphatically as if to say, no, not that much depth on the post route.
Yeah, he put a lot of heat on that ball as well, trying to fit it into a tight window. And this is where Liggett can return the favor of their very first drive. You know, they got stopped on the 8-yard line. It's time to stop your opponent on the 7-yard line. Maybe tie this ball game up going into the half.
That's right. Revenge, a sweet dish, served cold. It's not quite cold, it's 55, some sunshine.
It's
some
fall.
of the guys on the production crew might argue with that statement. They've been here since 7:30. Austin Silver says, I'm fine, I don't care. C-Jack complaining. All right, 4th and goal from the 7. Cranmore and Leslie, and that's a flag. Was it a flag or a timeout first? I think it's a flag, and this might change the Leslie decision.
That was a false start, I believe, on the left side. And that'll push it back even further. It doesn't look like they're going to bring out a kicker. It just looks like they're bringing out a tight end.
No plans to bring out the kicker. It is Braden Johnson, so he is out there, but he's not looking to kick right now. He's looking to run a route. 2nd and goal, or 4th and goal from the 12.
Well, they subbed in Fawcett on this, and looks like we're going to get a timeout to talk about it.
Yep, and we'll take a timeout with them. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're watching the Preps coverage on NFHS. We're back with more after this.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
Visit JoeRicchieAuto.com for all your new and pre-owned needs, or call Jay directly at 313-806-7848. Mention the Prep at University Liggett and get an extra $1,000 off any purchase. Pre-owned vehicles, check them out at JoeRicchieAuto.com or reach Jay at 313-806-7848. We thank Joe Ritchie Automotive for their patronage.
See that? They got Vespas.
Yeah, they got some rides now. You should go find them. I'm looking for a new ride. I might talk to Jay.
Me and you could race down the street on some Vespas.
I think we could do it.
The whole crew, Austin Sonnenberg, rolling deep.
I like it. I like your marketing mind. 4th and goal from the 12. We'll see if Jay Ritchie's all about it. 4 wide, Cranmore. He's got to get in the end zone or bust. Steps up, runs, throws, incomplete, and intercepted fittingly by Stacy. His 3rd crack is a pick, and Liggett gets that stop in their revenge.
Yeah, now that's the time you want to intercept it, right? Now you're going to get the touchback, get it out to the 20-yard line, but you're right, 3rd time's a charm. He blocks down a pass at the line of scrimmage, drops an interception in the back of the end zone. This time, this ball is mine. Off the tip drill, and there it is.
It's a good look there from Bad Brad. The boss Ross down there meaning business in his Saturday shades. So, Liggett takes over. Big stop by the defense. I mean, this was what you drew up on the drive. It took some time, but in the end, they shut the door down.
Yeah, and that's what you needed to do in that possession, and now you got the ball back, and you could pretty much tie it up before going into half. But, yeah, huge stop, and with all the tricks and all the misdirection that Leslie's thrown at you, you've survived, you've seen it, and now you can prepare for it at halftime too.
Yes, halftime will come up at 6:24. We will have Dr. Lathan Williams, and we'll have an interception look again here.
Yeah, if he looks back at that, it looked like he had Fawcett open to the left once he started breaking in, but he wanted to go over the middle, and that's when it got intercepted.
Liggett on the march offensively, trying to answer and tie this game. It's Gary Stacy. And that is a good little run fit by the defense there for a short gain of 1.
Yeah, now, we talked about big stands for Liggett on defense. This would have to be a big stand for Leslie. You had all the momentum in this game. You were up 14-0 on the road. You had them on the ropes. And next thing you know, the momentum's changed. The home team's into it. The crowd's into it. Now you get a timeout for Liggett.
We'll keep it here with 5:50 left and a 2nd down and 8 upon us. I want to thank our friends at Evolution Management. Evolutionary Management Incorporated, construction and property management firm servicing Grosse Pointe and the Metro Detroit area, fully licensed and insured. www.getevolutionary.com. Thank you to Evolutionary Management for their sponsorship of this broadcast on this District Championship Saturday. It's a good vibe here at Liggett. You got behind us the Brock field where field hockey is happening. And you look a little deeper inside the Andre Rison huddle. Bad Moon Rison. And a cool thing to have this work out well. It was here last year as the offensive coordinator, stuck around when the head coach left. And he says, you know what? I love this place. This is a place that I think we can win at. And Rison's won everywhere he's been.
Look at the tremendous facilities they have behind us. Baseball field, you got your lacrosse field, a beautiful football field. So whenever you can find your home and your peace, you want to be a part of it.
Outstanding facilities here at Liggett. Throw right side. Barnett again, his 5th catch of the day. But it's a short gain, well tackled by Evan Dexter, the junior linebacker. It'll set up 3rd and mid for the home team Knights.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many missed tackles for Leslie on any play, but the one time they did miss a tackle, they broke it for a long touchdown. So that's got to be the key here for Leslie, just being sticky. When they get the ball, just grab a hold of them and get them down.
Davis now over 100 yards, 8 of 16 for 105 and a touchdown. He's got another completion here, and it's enough for a 1st down. It's Hartfield, and Marvin's going to move the chains.
Yeah, it looked like Hartfield thought this was going to be a double move. You see, he came back, and then he went again, and then the ball was just on him before he could get up the field. Good timing on the throw, but it looked like it could have been a little miscommunication on what the route was supposed to be. That may be why.
Some emotion from Andre Rison after that play. Rolling right, Nikos on the run, over the middle of the field, and it's off the hands of Hartfield, through traffic, and a dangerous pass. It didn't work out for anybody. Move it to 2nd down.
Yeah, I've talked about it all game long. Throwing across your body and across the field is not a recipe for success at any level of football.
And into the wind.
Into the wind. But, these guys trust their arms. They trust their athleticism. And if they see someone open, they're going to try to get it to them. And, oof.
It was there.
Lucky those are linebackers and not DBs dropped into coverage.
That's right. 3 wide receivers. Slot left, Barnett, the top target today. The freshman for Nikos. Davis. Left side, Stacy has some room. Breaks another tackle. Gets near the 40. It's a gain of 5. He gets half of what he needed as we roll to 4.5 minutes until halftime.
Medvinsky, is that how you say his name? Medvinsky,
yeah.
What a great block on the outside right there, creating a big hole. That could have been a bigger gain, but still, you'll take 5 yards every time. But a great kick-out block.
The senior lineman for the Knights. Out route, tipped. I think Fawcett might have done it again. It's 4th and 5, and Liggett has a deep decision to make, again on their own side of the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Fawcett, he's just been impressive here in this first half. This time he did exactly what Liggett's doing to them. It's so funny how evenly these teams are matched. They play like each other. Their defensive ends are making the exact same plays. The quarterbacks are throwing good balls. It's a great matchup here in the state playoffs.
Going for it, 4th and 5 from their own 39. Davis in the gun.
Rolling right, nowhere to go, in trouble, and down he goes. Turnover on downs, tackled by number 57, Parker Franklin, the D tackle. And Leslie's done it again, and they've got great field position to work with.
Yeah, Parker Franklin on that one. He just fends off his block. He's containing his lane. Look, he's not getting too far upfield, and he's able to peel back and right there close the gap and make the tackle. Looked like 55. The linebacker was coming in to make the play regardless, but it's always nice when your defensive end can crash down like that and contain the quarterback.
Well, head coach Andre Rison trusting his defense, and perhaps after what they did with the stand last series, we'll see if they can carry that momentum defensively. Cranmore hands off, and it's again his top back. And Evan Dexter, ball's loose, fumble, and the Knights say they have it, or was he down?
It's going to be if the officials blew the whistle because of forward momentum or not. Says momentum did stop. This is going to be a huge call in this ball game. Well, that was a clean rip if they're going to let it be a rip.
We'll see what the call is. Such a pivotal moment. Here's another look, Stick.
I mean, it was a clean rip by number 14. You could see him working on the ball, but are they going to say that his forward momentum stopped and the whistle blew?
Liam Kurtz. Oh.
He's still going. He's still fighting. Is he down? Now they're pushing him back. Now he rips out the ball.
Rips it out.
So that's
Liggett gets it. Turnover. They call it a fumble, forced by Liam Kurtz and recovered by Kurtz. And what a turn of events for the home team Knights.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call. I mean, if you're going to keep fighting for yards, I can't let you be down if you're the one initiating the contact and still pushing forward. But that's what you do if you're a good defense. If I already know my man's got him wrapped up, guess what I'm going for? That football. I need that biscuit.
Kurtz, look at him. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kurtz is ready for the moment. Boss Ross as well. So, the turnover Liggett needed. Back-to-back forced turnovers. 1st and 10 from the 40 for Davis. Play action, screen right. Barnett, Juju outside the numbers, and first down and more before he's pushed out by Dexter at midfield. Just shy, they'll say he's out just about at the 49-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, and Liggett getting back to what made it work on that one huge drive that they have, just those short little check down passes and let your athletes do the work in space. So now you get a 2nd and 1, which, as you know, Chad, is my favorite down in football.
Yes, sir. Barnett. I'm sorry, buddy.
I was going to say, do whatever you want. 2nd and 1.
Open playbook. 6 catches, 66 yards for Barnett. He's got it again, his 7th catch. It's for 5 yards. And it's enough for the first down. The late tackle gets the Liggett faithful up in arms, but move the chains.
Listen, if you're going to accept that fumble because the play's extended, you got to take it the other way too.
Right.
And big number 55 comes in at the end. Tanner Kraft laying the lumber because the play's still going on.
Oof.
That's a legit hit.
And it paired up with a Suflex at the same time by Dexter, all clean. Running back to each side of Davis.
Ooh.
Pocket.
Ooh.
Looking seam route. Got his man. Ciccarella. Touchdown Knights. Santino Ciccarella up the seam. 45-yard touchdown pass from Davis to Ciccarella.
I don't want to take anything away from the pass. I want to talk about this block right here by number 22. My
Stacy.
goodness, Stacy comes in and puts him on the ground, giving his quarterback all the time in the world. If we got a slow-mo of that block, my goodness, that could be the best block I've seen all season, Chad.
That was a tough guy block.
I loved how he hit him, knocked him down, turned to the camera, and just flexed. He knew. He knew it was like Tiger when he hit the putt before it went in.
Oh, boy. 45 yards, 2-point conversion. Handoff, Stacy goes to the corner. Touchdown, Liggett. They take the lead, 15-14. And all the momentum on the home team. Trying for this district championship, their first in their 122-year history.
Well, there's Stacy on your far left of the screen, laying the lumber, and then an absolutely beautiful throw all the way down the middle. He knew, and then touchdown. And then Andre Rison, I think, rewarded Stacy. He's like, you know what, you're going to block like that? Here you go. Here's a 2-point conversion. Go ahead and run it in to take the lead here. Mr. Stacy walking up the sideline, getting high fives. You got to feel you deserve a drink.
Yes, sir. A drink indeed. Could all use that on a Saturday afternoon. Beautiful sunny skies. And Stick, we got a football game. It's exactly what was advertised. This was once a Leslie 2-score lead.
Yeah, Leslie had complete control of this game, and even up until this last possession when they fumbled the football, they had an opportunity to go into halftime. But here's a close-up of that block. We can watch this all game.
Oof.
Oh, right to the rib cage. That hurts every single time. Tremendous football, tremendous blocking. That's the stuff I love, Chad. Touchdown's great. 70-yard touchdown, perfect pass, great route. Yeah, awesome. Show me that block.
The statement by Stacy was something. And it helped the play. Certainly gave him some extra time to pass.
And here we go. Now you hear the Liggett faithful getting loud. The whole crowd is up, and they're ready. I mean, they have the lead now. You feel the momentum on this side of the field. Now they need a big stop going into halftime.
I want to thank our friends for making this broadcast possible. Here at Liggett, beautiful Healy Field, Smokey G's, making us move, some great barbecue. Located down at Atwater Street. It was great to see Greg Sims, the owner, puts his personal touch, his flavor. You can taste the love in the food. Delicious barbecue. Over the middle of the field, that's low, and there was some pressure to cause it and some heat coming. And namely, Jason Cato continues to be a theme up front and a headache as well.
And you see Kurtz looking at the crowd, trying to get everybody fired up. They can feel that this is a big stop, especially with a passing offense like Leslie. You may be able to hold this to a 30-second possession for them and get the ball back with 2 minutes left to go.
That's right. So Cranmore and Leslie have been stunned a bit. They had a 14-0 lead to start the second quarter, and it's been erased. There's a pass that's nearly picked. And then some late activities behind the play. And how about this pass? Dangerous. Cranmore living on the edge, and the defense intensity picking up for Liggett.
I mean, if there's one word I'll use to describe Cranmore, it's gunslinger. This guy just lets it fly. He's got so much confidence in that arm to fit in the tightest of windows. It caused for an interception earlier, but he is not afraid to take that risk and get the reward on the other end.
7 for 17 for Cranmore for 126 yards and 1 touchdown. He has thrown an interception, but this is a guy that's had his way this year. He's thrown for over 2,300 yards, and he's thrown for 34 touchdowns and just 4 picks. Cranmore rolling right. He'll have to run out of bounds. It's a gain of about 4, but the sprint's on, and the Cato case is also on.
Yeah, and I don't know if running out of bounds there is the smartest move. I mean, you could have eaten another 45 seconds off this clock. Now you stop it, it's 4th down, and you're most likely going to give the ball back unless you can make a miraculous play. I get it, you don't want to take the hit, but the clock is a very important element of this ball game.
It is. So punting time for the first time today for Leslie. And they'll punt it away with Tanner Kraft. Kraft also doubles in the lineup as a nose tackle and left tackle. And this one's going to drift out of bounds and hit it about the 32. Not a bad punt. They'll mark it at the 30, a friendly marking.
33 gave it to him.
Okay.
I love high school football for that aspect, though. You see your big linebacker back there punting the football. Hey, anybody who can get the job done, we're going to put them in. But here you go. Liggett has plenty of time on the clock. That's why I don't love running out of bounds on that play. You could get on the ball back with 1:30. Instead, it's 2:18.
Yeah, it's a luxury. We'll see what the Knights can do with it. +1 with 2:18 left.
With the momentum they have, I don't see them sitting on this.
No. Stacy behind the quarterback. Nikos Davis, the junior. It's Barnett again, his 7th catch, and it's up to the 40. It's a healthy gain of 7 on first down. It's the safe, secure bubble screen, and Barnett's been the guy today.
And he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. But, yeah, that's been the bread and butter. You know, early in the game, they were trying the deep ball over and over again, but ever since they've come to these little check down passes, they've been able to control the offense.
Stacy will head out near the sideline. Outside zone, breaks a tackle, and he has enough for the first down. They'll mark him at the 44. He needed the 43, move the chains, 2:05 left, and Liggett is in gear once again.
And as you know, the clock stops on a first down until they get it set. Liggett seems to be okay with letting it roll just a little bit. 2 minutes, plenty of time.
Sure. Quick huddle. Davis, signal caller all season long. What a junior campaign. He's also been efficient on the ground, 7 touchdowns and 450 yards. Barnett again caught, the rookie. Tackled out of bounds at the 48. But a gain of 4. Out of bounds, stop the clock, move the chains a little bit closer.
Yeah, you'll take that play. I mean, it's a positive play that could have been a very big negative play, and not only did you pick up yardage, you stopped the clock, which is important on this drive.
Barnett now with 8 catches for 78 yards in this game.
Hope you have him in your fantasy league, Chad.
High school
PPR.
fantasy, why not?
Passing numbers for Liggett. Passing numbers, Liggett.
Davis now 14 of 24 for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wants to put it in the air again? No, he doesn't. Wants to run it, tuck it, good decision. First down and more outside the numbers before he's tackled out of bounds by the safety, Jaden Colby. Everything working right now, and Davis showing off those legs.
Yeah, it was a good decision. Just pull the ball down, run, get out of bounds. It was great coverage down the field for Leslie. You know, we talked about putting a spy on Leslie's quarterback. You may want to start thinking about that on this drive for Leggett's quarterback, because this young man, when he gets out in the open, but it looks like this is coming back for a holding penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a crucial call in that situation. Crucial.
Yep, and we'll bring him back. The winner will get Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central, the #1 team in Division 7 for most of the season. That's the treat for winning this Saturday afternoon affair. Doesn't seem quite fair, but that's where this team, whoever wins, will head.
You got to beat them at some time, right?
That's right. That's what Athletic Director Dr. Latham Williams said, exactly that before the game.
Smart man.
Dropped by Hartfield, put that head up a little too quick, and it's an incompletion, and that's not on Davis. 3rd and 15 now, and things have kind of flipped perhaps philosophy-wise on this drive.
Well, this is a huge drop for many reasons, right? You know, even if that's a short pickup, okay, we're kind of going to concede this drive. We'll let the clock run out, or they got to use a timeout. Now, once again, the clock's an issue. You save them a timeout, and you hope here you can get it in play. Otherwise, you're giving it back with a minute left.
Pressure showing, they back off, and the pass is knocked down by Fawcett. That's an incomplete pass. That's a forward pass. They were trying to swing it to Stacy. Instead, the clock stops again, and now Leslie has a chance as Liggett will punt this thing away with 1:15 to go.
Will Liggett punt this thing away?
That's a good question. I said that with a little bit of hesitance.
Andre Rison looking for a timeout right now. He's going to think about it.
30-second timeout coming up. This is NFHS's coverage of the Preps coverage of high school football, Division 7, MHSAA magic happening. Could Liggett get their first title ever in the district postseason? We'll find out after this.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McKinley scores!
4th down, and it indeed is punting time. Liggett will send back number 14, Liam Kurtz, the junior, to punt it away. Back deep is number 6, Jacob Phillips for Leslie. And no shenanigans here. It's a spiraling kick that's going to take a Liggett bounce inside the 20. And PA announcer says, do not touch that thing. Do not touch it. It's like that forbidden fruit. We're going to give my man a microphone.
Get that guy a headset.
Yeah. Get him in the box. Hey, I love the energy. Don't touch it, baby. I'm with you. So they do finally touch the biscuit, but it did roll inside the 20. A nice punt by Kurtz down to the 18 stick. 61 seconds left.
Yeah, minute left. You got the ball. You know, you're a high-powered passing offense. I once again, just like Liggett, I don't see Leslie kneeling on this football and going into halftime.
Just not in their DNA.
No, especially after having the lead the way they did.
They want it back. We'll see what Liggett does defensively. Cranmore wants to put it up. Out route too low and incomplete. It was well covered either way. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Cranmore, ever since that first couple of drives, it feels like he just doesn't get his feet set and underneath him. Look, this time he's still rolling, always in moving motion when he's delivering that football. I'd like to see him set his feet under him just a little bit more so he can get some more on that ball.
So we'll see what they decide to do. Do they run clock? Do they try to stay aggressive? It's been tough sledding in the air. Fake. Out route caught. It's Jaden Colby, their top target, and stopped short of the 1st down. Timeout called by head coach Tim McCann.
Coach was a fun discussion. You know, a guy that loves football, an offensive lineman who also calls the defense, which he said he's learned a lot about the secondary. And listen, as an offensive lineman, I knew what defensive linemen do. The world of the secondary kind of mystified me, and he's been having some fun. And then you get a look at another great coach, Andre Rison, inside the huddle. You think these young men understand who they're getting coached by? I mean, I'm sure they know of Andre Rison, but do they know who Andre Rison is?
5-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion. CFL champion.
If I was him, I'd accidentally slide in my own game film every once in a while, like, and watch this guy. Oh, wait, that's me.
Want to thank our friends at Village Nutrition. And fuel your day with healthier choices. Village Nutrition, proud sponsors of this broadcast. As we move to a 3rd and 2 with 45 ticks left. Back to pass, Cranmore, and that is going to be caught at the 30. It'll be enough for the 1st down, but...
Well, I like that, though. Now you give yourself a fresh set of 3 downs to play with. You know, you don't necessarily have to worry about the pressure of a 4th down decision coming up. There we go. Looks like they're putting quads up top.
How about it? Let's see what they do out of this. Cranmore wants to throw it, and that is completed on the ground. That's a backwards pass. And that is completed up to the 46-yard line. That was a live ball that was nearly picked off by Liggett.
Yeah.
Instead, a clean one-hopper that's completed for 17 yards.
We've seen some weird things today, and the nice skip backwards lateral, I guess we could call it, because there you go. I mean, that's clearly backwards.
Just missed it.
Oh, right through the hands.
Santino Ciccarella
Oh,
had it for 6 the other way.
What a fortunate bounce for Leslie on that, because I can guarantee you that's not how they drew it up.
Coach Ricci's going to have to work with him on fielding grounders. He's a track guy, not a baseball guy. Oh, man. Game of inches. Trouble, pressure. Kurtz can't get him. Cranmore in trouble, and down he goes.
Freshman.
Jason Cato, the rookie. bringing the energy.
And that's one thing, it's okay to be a freshman, to have a relentless motor like that, to track down a play that has lasted 20 seconds, and you're able to get to the quarterback. That just shows that he's going to be able to play here for a long time at a very elite level. Look at him taking the angle, able to cut back, get both hands on the quarterback, bring him to the ground. Beautiful play. If we were watching game film, I would never guess that was a freshman.
No, sir.
I always say this when they're freshmen. That kid was in 8th grade last year, playing against 8th graders.
Liggett with a 1-point lead with just 16 ticks left. What a season it's been for Grosse Pointe Liggett. A lot of firsts have been made in this memorable year. 7-3, 3-2 in league play out of the intersectional one. Division 7, 280 students in the high school. And they went 7-3 last year, losing to Detroit Central in the playoffs, trying to take it the next step. That would mean winning here today. Notable alum, how about the owner of the NFL's Buffalo Bills, former owner, Ralph Wilson. He's a proud University Liggett grad, two-time AFL champion, and one of the founding owners of the Buffalo Bills, a 1936 grad, and an NFL Hall of Famer as well.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Usually when we're listed alumni, it's former players, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never, you own a franchise.
Right. Also runs the Ralph Wilson Foundation, which is a nice give back to the kids and community in Detroit. Incomplete pass, 11 seconds left, and Liggett just seems to have Leslie on their heels right now.
Yeah, I mean, with 11 seconds left, the only thing, if you're Leslie, you don't want to throw a crazy interception that could be returned for a touchdown. But, they are confident to throw this downfield. It looks like there's a flag on this play. No, it's still 3rd and 15.
Sun shining in this beautiful campus on Healy Field. 5 turf fields.
Saturday high school football. Oh, you miss it, Chad?
Oh, yeah.
We used to play on
Saturday. We played on Saturdays at St. Mary's. Absolutely. I do miss it. I always wanted to play on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And now there's some nostalgia in a Saturday game for sure. Out of bounds across midfield. They'll mark it at the 50-yard line. 1.8 seconds left. One more kick at the cat for the road Leslie Blackhawks.
A Hail Mary coming your way.
Yep.
And that was a smart play. I mean, we talked about it. What was it? The Commanders and Bears game. Just picking up that 15 yards before the Hail Mary for Jaden Daniels. Was able to get it downfield. We'll see if that scramble is enough to give him enough arm strength to get it down there.
It's a bit of a swirling wind.
It is going in that direction, though. Kind of to the
it's going to
end
help
zone
him
right.
a little bit, huh?
Yep.
Not many flags around here. You got to look to the parking lot to a Leslie flag blowing.
The American flag.
Oh, missed that one. Cranmore. And he's just going to slide down.
All right.
Say, all right, that's enough. No need to throw and ruin my passing percentage. Halftime is upon us, and Liggett, who trailed 14-0 as we entered the second quarter, find themselves ahead on a 15-0 run. And we'll have, hopefully, the head coach, Andre Rison, and his thoughts on this first half coming up shortly. But, Stick, your synopsis of this first half, one that's a tight one, just a one-point contest.
Yeah, I mean, Leslie came out. They asserted their dominance. They are a wonky team to try to defend. They got a lot of shift, a lot of movement, a lot of misdirection. And they went up 2 scores. But then you saw Liggett with their discipline, able to respond. And once they switched over to those short passing game, they were able to get back in it, get on the scoreboard, and shift some of that momentum back to their side.
All right, Andre Rison, the head coach, is down on the field with our sideline reporter, Kennedy Broadwell.
Yeah, guys, Coach, your team was able to put together some pretty major and necessary exclamation points in that second quarter. I'd love your thoughts on the first half.
Great game. The kids out there giving it all, their all, and we knew we had a great opponent coming in. They're 8-1, 9-1, and great support. Big thumbs up to Leslie. The whole town is over there, and that's what you need in high school sports. And shouts out to our Liggett fans. They're here in support, and hopefully we can get a second half like we did the first half, and that means having more points than the Ops, and that means for the first time in history, we've pulled it off and won the district
championship.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, Coach. I hope you do that. I'll let you get back to your guys in the locker room. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, back up to the booth.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that, Kennedy. Andre Rison, we appreciate his time as well all week. When we come back, it's the athletic director of University Liggett, Dr. Lathan Williams, and his conversation with me from earlier today. That comes up next. Right now, it's Liggett on top, 15-14, playing for the district championship. It'd be their first in school history in a season that has been all filtered with first in school history. We'll have more coming up right here after this. First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Can I get a red?
Red.
Can I get a sweet red?
Sweet red.
Can I get a white?
White.
Can I get a sweet white?
Sweet white.
Can I get a blue?
Blue.
Can I get a sweet blue?
Sweet blue.
Now watch those three colors.
Red, white, and blue.
Once we get started,
we can't be stopped.
Can I get a red?
Red.
Can I get a sweet red?
Sweet red.
Can I get a white?
White.
Can I get a sweet white?
Sweet white.
Can I get a blue?
Blue.
Can I get a sweet blue?
Sweet blue.
Now watch those three colors.
Red, white, and blue.
Once we get started,
we can't be stopped.
How you feel?
Fired up.
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 What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Back to Healy Field on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're going to get a district championship solved here today. The home team, the Liggett Knights, led by Dr. Lathan Williams, the fine athletic director in his third season. Very proud you must be as a former football player, an alum, to get this program as far as they've ever been today with an opportunity to do something very special.
Absolutely. Beyond proud. It's almost that proud is an understatement. I am, as an alumni turned administrator, it brings me enormous joy to see our guys in this moment. I've seen the work they've been putting in all summer, through the fall, been through some ups and downs, but to get here and have the opportunity to do something that's never been done at University Liggett in our football program is special.
There was a change that was made. You had a coach move on and went to another place, and you went and found Andre Rison, former all-pro wide receiver out of Flint. And, you know, hey, is a different kind of hire, let's be honest.
Sure.
maybe a risk. You brought him here, and it's worked magically.
Coach Rison is, beyond the glitz and glamour of his career and some of his professional accomplishments. He's a good man, and it's always easy to hire good people in these roles. And I think the Andre Rison that may be on the headlines or in some of the articles that people think they know, and the Andre Rison I've come to know, are not necessarily the same person. I think he's been through a lot of life's experience, a lot of maturity, as we all do over time. And the man we see today is someone that embraces our community, and our community embraces him back. So I'm excited to have Dre, as we call him affectionately, leading the charge at the helm for a very, very, very long time.
What a job they've done this season. 7 wins on the year. It's been a team with an electric offense, and an offense that's had a lot to say on the scoreboard. Let's start there. It must be fun to watch this team play and score points.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't realize it, but we moved up in the Catholic League to the intersectional 1 division, which is a little bit harder for us. Being a D7 school, we play some D3s, some D5s. It's given us really the gauntlet of experience that I think has helped prepare us for this moment here. But with all that, still to be able to kind of finish right in the middle of the division and be able to host 2 home playoff games is I don't think people realize how hard that is to do after moving up, given the coaching change. So it's been exciting on a lot of levels. I see the work, the grit, and like you said earlier, it makes me proud.
The work you've done has come to fruition in the way of championships and high academic achievements for your student athletes since you've been here. How have you been able to implement this kind of success so quickly?
Well, I think you put people around you that you trust. Wins and losses matter a lot, but the integrity, the respect, the empathy, the community aspect, those core values that I think we stand on as an institution of education, they spill over into the athletic realm. And so I think when you lead with those type of core values, you'll end up in a good spot.
Do you talk to the football team specifically since you played here? You have some experience, success. You were a scholarship player in Central Michigan, had a fine career at Mount Pleasant too. Do you bring that back to these players and talk to them about that?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Coach Beret Mackey is someone who played with me here, truly like a brother to me. Because I have him in this role, I think he brings that institutional knowledge. He brings certain fire and passion. I try to let the coaches coach, but it's a pretty cool opportunity as an AD who's walked the walk and has been in these halls to be able to lend my experience as well. So I try to stay hands off as possible. It's not always easy, but oftentimes I'll catch a guy on a one-on-one and give him a little bit of tutelage and help them understand the game a little bit differently.
We've talked about the football success, but there's more to what's happened already this year in the fall sports season at Liggett. Expand upon some of the successes we've seen already in this first semester.
I'm glad you asked that. We stand here because of the success of our football program, but we also have a field hockey team that was one step away from the Final Four. They ended up losing to a team that won the state championship. They won the Catholic League for the first time in a long time, making some very, very good competition. Our tennis program, year over year, continues to be one of the most competitive programs in the state, not the country, as well. So our boys, they fell short, but still regional champs, and that's falling short for them. So here we are in football trying to get a district championship, but regional champions as boys tennis was, they didn't quite meet their goal this year. So, and I'm glad you asked that question because my goal really is to see our football program rise up to the level of some of our other programs and where they've been for a long time. And as we look ahead, not too far ahead, but some of our top guys are also hockey players. So as we look ahead and as the winter season starts, we've got a special opportunity this year, even in boys hockey. And as you know, our girls hockey team has been a dynasty for some time. So a lot of good things happening at University Liggett. We stand on the football field, but we're really trying to develop a program that's a force to be reckoned with.
Dr. Lathan Williams, thank you for having us, trusting us, and having us back. All the best today, and thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you. The prep. Elevate the game. Go Knights.
All right, there he is, Dr. Lathan Williams. More to come at halftime here from University Liggett. Back with more after this.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Can I get a red?
Red.
Can I get a sweet red?
Sweet red.
Can I get a white?
White.
Can I get a sweet white?
Sweet white.
Can I get a blue?
Blue.
Can I get a sweet blue?
Sweet blue.
Now watch those three colors.
Red, white, and blue.
Once we get started,
We can't be stopped.
Can I get a red?
Red.
Can I get a sweet red?
Sweet red.
Can I get a white?
White.
Can I get a sweet white?
Sweet white.
Can I get a blue?
Blue.
Can I get a sweet blue?
Sweet blue.
Now watch those three colors.
Red, white, and blue.
Once we get started,
We can't be stopped.
How you feel?
Fired up.
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 Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores.
Grosse Pointe Liggett in the lead, 15-14. Standing by is the team that had the lead at one point, and Leslie head coach Tim McCann. Kennedy?
Yeah, Coach, a really strong first quarter. Can I get your thoughts on the first half and any adjustments you're planning on making?
Yeah, we came out with a lot of momentum in the first quarter there, and we kind of fell off there at the end, and they played some really good, Liggett played some really good opportunistic football. We got to take care of the football and just come out in the second half with the same fire we had in the first quarter.
Awesome. And in general, like, what are your guys feeling right now?
I think they're a little upset that they took their foot off the gas, and they're excited to get back out there and put it back down.
Awesome. Well, good luck in this half. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, back to you, Chad.
Thanks, Kennedy. Appreciate that very much. We'll come back with second half football. This is for the district championship. Liggett trying for their first in school history. Leslie trying to rally too. They're back in the playoffs for the first time since 2012. Let's come on back, won't you, for the second half of Liggett and Leslie after this.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half of this contest between Liggett and Leslie. Stick, we saw some fireworks early from the road team, Leslie. They found that slot and seam, and it was tasty for a while.
Yeah, Jaden Colby getting off to a hot start. It was pretty much that wide receiver in motion, was going on that wheel route, and he was wide open on the first couple of drives. Here you see it again, able to drop it right into a bucket and for a touchdown. taking the lead 14-0 at that point, and they had Liggett on their heels, but after that, it turned out to be all Liggett all the time. Here you get a look at their two-point conversion, though. Leslie able to put it in and go up 8-0. And then here's their second touchdown, quarterback running it in. That's where they went up 14-0 to take the lead. Here's a nice look at it up the goal line, able to drive the ball into the end zone. And then here's where it got a little wonky. They couldn't get it done on that two-point conversion, leaving it at 14-0. And then from there on out, it was Liggett with the short little passes. You see some nice footwork by number 0, that is Santino Ciccarelli. That guy has done work all game long. And then this guy, I believe he's got like 10 receptions already in the first half. That is number 6, the big number 22, running over people. He also had a huge block later on, but that got him on the scoreboard. And then you see the nice check down and this big collision right there.
Gary Stacy took it in, and then the extra point, and that was good. But Stick, it was the two-pointer that made the difference later.
Yeah, big stop on the goal line for Liggett here, and they were able to get the ball back. This is where that interception came in. The tip ball there, and then the next tip ball went right to Stacy. He's able to secure this one.
Both teams with big 4-down territory stops inside the 10, and that's looming large. Neither opportunity was cashed in by the offense.
Yeah, we've kept some points off the board, and a lot of points have gone on the board. You know, both offenses feel like they've been moving the ball, and they really have. And defensive, it's been a very evenly matched ball game all the way throughout this.
Barnett, you mentioned it, the leading receiver at the break. And solid numbers. 9 catches, 82 yards for the freshman. And then the touchdown by Santino Ciccarelli, guy who's had a monster year, and the track star.
Yeah, there you see the big block on the left. And that man, Mr. Davis, throwing it deep.
That's that capped out the scoring. 2-point conversion. No good. And the halftime defense, this one was interesting. Could have gone the other way. Big move in the...
The skip lateral, which we're going to put in the playbook. It looked good. Now, that was just an odd play to end the first half, and there you have it. You got the Knights up 15-14 here, and we're about to get this second half underway. University Liggett looking good. Looking like they're going to try to capture one at home, Chad, and they got the home fans behind them. A bunch of their old coaches are here celebrating. They're making it this far in the playoffs. Really a family atmosphere here at Liggett.
So Liggett to kick it off, Leslie to receive it. And we'll get a chance to see the Leslie offense. There has been 2 different offenses, Stick. What's been the biggest difference? The first quarter they put up 15. Second quarter, they put up 0.
I mean, the first quarter, you had Liggett on their heels. I'll say this, Liggett's adjusted. To me, that's the biggest difference. You know, when you first face an offense like Leslie with all the motion, all the timings of the snap, it's tough to pick up that rhythm. Liggett's finally been able to get that under control and really pressuring the quarterback and not letting him get his feet set and underneath him. It's caused for some off-balance throws. And then when you flip on the other side for Liggett, as soon as they switched to just those short throws, it totally shifted the momentum of this ball game.
Yep. So, kickoff coming by number 20. And the senior Alexander Gould. And back deep is the return man for the Leslie Club, the Blackhawks, who are 9-1, come to us from the Cascades East League. 213 students strong. 9-1. They finished 4-5 a year ago, 2-7 in 22, 3-6 in 21, 2 wins in 20, and have not been above 500 since that 2012 season. And they have not been in the playoffs since that 2012 season either. That COVID season where everybody made it, I'm not going to count. Squib kick caught at the 37, across the 35 to the 44. So good field position on the squibber. Shows the respect they have for number 1, Jaden Colby. All right, want to thank our friends just down the road at Village Nutrition. Looking for a quick, delicious way to stay energized and nourish your body. Well, their protein meal replacement shakes, energizing teas, and protein-packed coffee, ooh, that sounds good now, are perfect for busy lifestyles. Whether you need a post-workout recovery, a midday boost, or a healthy meal replacement on the go, they've got you covered at Village Nutrition. We thank our friends. Evan on the carry, right side, 6 spin move. It's going to be a first down carry up to the 48-yard line, maybe just shy.
Yeah, we're directly on the line right now. It looks like they may be just about a half-yard shy of that first down.
And we didn't see a lot of – we saw Evan Dexter on play 1 in the opening of the game run the ball, but they kind of abandoned the run at times when we saw it be effective at times.
Yeah, he had a big fumble, though, before the end of that first half. So, we didn't see a ton of them, but that was a huge play that shifted momentum in this game.
3 wide receivers for the sophomore Cranmore, the all-leaguer, guy that's very competitive in the offseason and going to camps. His coach says he's a guy that's out on the scene, college prospect. And we've got a penalty, and Leslie's going back.
Yeah, but honestly, it's ironic that not picking up the first down actually kind of helps you with this penalty, because instead of we're looking at 1st and 15, you're still sitting 2nd and 8, which is a pretty good down and distance.
Yeah.
So if they would have picked up the first down, that penalty would have been more costly. It's weird how football works sometimes.
Uh-huh. Just 8 seniors for Leslie, really 6, though, that play. Young team. This kid's one of the prime players in the youth movement. It's Cranmore, and he'll carry up to the 45. Call it the 46. And the run game, the theme early for Leslie saying, hey, let's not roll the dice so much.
I think they want to slow the game down, get momentum back on their side, and there you see just some over pursuit on the outside and a nice cut back to the inside to pick up that first down.
Tim McCann saying he's a guy in Cranmore that can run it a bit. He gets undershadowed, but he's really a dual threat guy, prefers to pass. Going to run again here, and Evans going to get smacked up at the line of scrimmage. Coming in with some bad intentions was Gary Stacy, and a late flag, and Liggett's going to be the victim here of this penalty.
Oh, man, I was just about to speak all poetically about Mr. Stacy and the violence that he's been playing with, the controlled violence that you want to see out of a good football player. He's not responsible for this penalty, but you can tell it's starting to get a little chippy out there. They can start to tell that a district championship's on the line, but Stacy is coming in with bad intentions. Watch him fill this outside. Number 22 just coming into your screen and taking care of business there. And I didn't see the extracurriculars after that.
Yeah, that's a tough late hit. Just finishing the tackle. And all right, that moves it down to the 30. 10 minutes left in this third quarter. Leslie trails by 1. They had a 2-touchdown lead to start the second quarter. They're trying to get those points back here. Jet sweep handoff, and it's Colby on the ground, a guy who's gained over 400 yards this year on the ground and has scored 7 touchdowns by way of the land.
Yeah, that's really the first time we've seen them hand the ball off to him. We saw him line up in the quarterback position a little bit earlier when they were in the red zone. That was the first time they're getting the ball in the playmaker's hands in that way. So you can tell they just want to give it to the guys that got him here.
Nikos Davis, the leading tackler at the break. He's got 7 tackles. The guy playing his first defense of the year. Motion. Cranmore is going to run it. Design quarterback keeper going to try outside. And back into the 19. It's enough for the first down. He needed 7. He got 7.5. Leslie continues to make moves.
Yeah, you see Gary Stacy coming in, bringing bad intentions again. He just kind of overruns this play. He's tracking number 1 right now. You're going to see number 22 watching him. Just missed him for the tackle for the loss. Game of inches, Chad.
Yep. It's tough to throttle down. You got all that energy and emotion going.
That guy plays so fast.
Yep. 4-point student as well. Hockey player, baseball player. Motion, and we've got a penalty, and this is going to go on Leslie. They started things a little too soon and got busted for it. 1st and 15 now from the 24.
Yeah, Andre Rison called that out. Literally, you could just hear Coach yelling, he moved, and he was right. So that's going to push him back here, 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line. Still within striking distance, but you're going to see a little bit on the outside. The slot receiver got going just a little bit early on that.
Sunglasses on his head.
Yep, thank you. 1st and 15 for Leslie. Motion Colby. Cranmore over the middle, and watch out! Lights out hit at the 20-yard line, incomplete. Athletic Director Lathan Williams watches on with some pride. And a play like that, a clean hit and a firm hit, Stick.
Yeah, the quarterback kind of set his wide receiver up for this. You got to know that defender is right there waiting on him in a great form tackle, knocking the ball out of his hands.
What number made the play? What number?
Santino Ciccarella making the play. 2nd down and 15 from the 24. Handoff, Colby being dragged by the defender Kurtz.
No.
Andrew Johnson also in on the play. 3rd and long, Stick.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. I thought it was a 1st down, but I had the wrong marker that they were going for. So, but for them, this is 2-down territory, so that they can pick up another 5 yards here. I think they will be happy. And you see just the big fella gaining yards after contact, churning those legs.
Would they consider a field goal? Being down a point. Cranmore hoping to not have to make that decision. Looking, backing up, pressure. Down he goes. Drew Johnson gets him for a loss. Big Drew. All leaguer, all Catholic. Had an interview with West Point this morning, and things are right for Drew Johnson in his senior campaign.
Yeah, it's one thing to be a big fella. It's another to have this lateral speed and be able to stop and start with a fast quarterback and bring him down. A huge stop there, forcing 4th and 8 on the 18 for Liggett.
Big time play by an outstanding student athlete in Drew Johnson. Speaking of the Johnsons in baseball, the Michigan Knights baseball organization, a proud sponsor of this broadcast here on NFHS. We are the Prep. Glad to bring it to you. We thank Michigan Knights Baseball Club, based right here out of Grosse Pointe Woods, for their patronage. 7:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. A 4th and 8 is upon Leslie Stick on this glorious Saturday afternoon, where a district championship will be handed out to one of these teams. The other one's going to go home and celebrate a fantastic season.
Well, so far in this game, both teams can be very proud of the product that they have been putting forward. I mean, obviously, you got a 1-point game here. Either team can win it at this point, and it looks like they are not trotting out a kicker, Chad. They are going for it. 4th and 8 from the 18. A lot of space to pick up a 1st down here, so you don't necessarily need that touchdown.
No, you don't. You just need 8 from the 18. Cranmore. Pressure. Trouble. Spins out of it. Throws it up. End zone. Interception. Juju Barnett, the freshman. Just 4 picks coming into the year. 2 of them by Liggett in this game against Cranmore. Knights take over.
Yeah, not only interceptions in the end zone. They're taking away points. And here you go, Liggett just with another great job getting pressure on this young man, and he has not been able to set his feet and be comfortable. There you see backpedal him, throwing the ball. You're not going to be able to get much on that throw. And unfortunately for him, it is intercepted, and Liggett takes over at the 20-yard line with a chance to really take control of this game now.
They've ended 3 straight drives deep into their own territory with turnover on downs or a turnover forced.
Yeah, that would have been a 35-yard field goal if they elected to go for that.
Yeah, manageable. Stacy going to pound his way up the gut before he's tackled by Hoffbauer and Kraft.
I love the way Stacy plays football. And you know a name we haven't really called here in the second half who had a dominant first quarter is Fawcett on defense.
Yeah, he's been quiet. Stacy missed the first 3 games this year. But what a response. Gary, gaudy numbers in his senior campaign, just a couple years playing football, just learning the game, nearing 800 yards on the year and 10 touchdowns. Looking deep, Ciccarella, and it's intercepted. A fine Willie Mays pick by Braden Johnson. And he's up to midfield, and the ball just a bit overthrown, and Johnson took advantage, took it right back.
I mean, what an incredible defensive play. This ball is in the air for a long time. Wide receiver has every chance to go up and get it. But what a great track job by number 5, just sealing off the offensive player and making sure he's the last line of defense. And then this little move right there.
Ooh.
Some fans wanting a blindside block on that.
Man.
Oof, what an interception by Braden Johnson.
Gets it right back, and Leslie with a chance now from midfield. Winner advances to take on the number 1 team in Division 7 in the state of Michigan. Tackle by Dom Jurasai.
Yeah, you see a little wrinkle we haven't seen, a nice read option with multiple decisions that the quarterback can make. And once again, Leslie just causing the defense to think. You know, Liggett with all their intelligent players have been able to figure it out pretty much to this point, but they keep throwing different wrinkles at them. And eventually, you hope, if you're Leslie, one of them is going to work.
Motion left to right. Now back. Cranmore's going to feed. No, he's got. He's going to fake and take and get dragged down with an athletic open field tackle by Eddie Narva, the linebacker. 3rd and 1.
But there you see that that option again. It's a read option, and that time he kept the handoff in the breadbasket for a long time. I'm going to hand it off, hand it up. Nope, I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
Setting up a 3rd and 1.
It takes chemistry to be able to pull out with ease and with grace.
Now you see what they're going to decide here on 3rd down.
3rd and short. Playbook wide open here. It's a give. It's Evan, and he's got enough of the first down before he's swallowed up by Big Drew. Over 100 tackles this year for double nickels.
Yeah, you can tell why. Not only is he a big, strong kid, he's fast and to the football. This time they just needed a yard, so it's tough to stop him from picking up the first down. But look at him stopping all that forward momentum as soon as he gets his hands on him.
Evan Dexter on the carry. Dexter, 9 carries for 56 yards. Cranmore leads the way on the ground, 15 carries, 60 yards. The give is to Jaden Colby, and Colby has about 7.
That was strange. It was almost like a hesitation handoff. Watch
the
this.
hezzy.
He's like, okay, I'm going to stop, and now I'm going to run. It was a very slow developing play, but you love the physicality going on here. You see number 5, Narva, coming in and cleaning it up.
He's been physical today.
Liggett's been physical
They
today
have.
on every single level.
They really have. But it's Leslie right now with some offensive momentum. But Liggett has been stout in that red zone. Keep Cranmore, watch out. Open space, corner, and out of bounds inside the 10. Cranmore with a gainer of 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and you know, I got to show love to Tanner Kraft on this, getting out in front, being that lead blocker. which he was taking his key off of, able to extend that play. But now here's your problem. You've been in the red zone a bunch, but watch. Number 57 coming through, getting a big block. Number 55 out there. I gotta give credit to 57 as well. Parker Franklin pulling around.
The big boys moving up front, moving bodies. It's a smaller offensive line, but quick. How about this? Gary Stacy with a tackle for loss. Gets Evan Dexter behind the line of scrimmage. And Stacy from that LB spot has just been special.
He is the definition of playing downhill. It looks literally like he's running downhill at all time, just bigger and faster, trying to use the block, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Stacy just wraps you up. But here we go, another red zone opportunity, another struggle for this offense inside 10 yards.
They'll try 2nd and goal from the 9. Pro set out of the gun. Colby to the left, Dexter to the right, jet sweep, handoff, Romero, and he's going backwards too. And it's Santino Ciccarella sending him back the other way.
Yeah, Ciccarella comes down, crashes real hard, sets the edge, forces the runner to change his direction, and that allows the defensive pursuit to come in. And there you see that man we've been talking about the entire game.
Stacey.
Number 22, Stacy, coming through. You know, if you slow up the running back, you know Stacy's going to be there in half a second.
No doubt. Another alum I was just told by the gentleman from Liggett that's full of great information. Another alum is Gilda Radner, former comedian.
There you go.
So, all good information. We appreciate it. There's another handoff. It's back to Dexter, the top running back in the club, and this is going to set up a 4th down. It's been no love or success on the ground against this Liggett defense on this series.
The handoff's been taking at least 2 seconds while he's running with them. It kind of gives the defense a chance to collect themselves.
Field goal attempt coming as we get a look at this replay.
Holding, then let's go at the very last second.
So the hold will come from the quarterback, Joel Cranmore. The kick attempt to take the lead comes from Braden Johnson, the 10th grader. 60 seconds left in this quarter. Snap, kick, hold, and that is good. So, a 24-yard field goal gives Leslie the lead, 17-15. They can kick a field goal, and it makes you wonder, well, what was happening before when they could get points?
Well,
but they get key points here.
35 yards and 25 yards is a pretty big difference at the high school level, so maybe they're just comfortable within 30 or less.
Yep. Another look.
A nice snap. Great hold.
Yeah.
And a nice kick. I mean, I think he's got 25 in him. I think he's got 30 in him, maybe 35.
I think that's right. So Leslie 9-1, the Blackhawks 4-1 in their league. The only blemish on the roster of the record is that game against Old Grass Lake. They fell 28-7. But notable seasons, you go back to 2008, most wins in school history. They went to the finals and won the conference championship that year. Oh, the conference. They play out of the Cascades Conference East Division. And notable alum, how about Charlie Snow, the former Michigan State Spartan, was a backup quarterback in a loaded quarterback room with Kirk Cousins, Brian Hoyer, and others. And that's the Leslie Blackhawks out of Leslie, 2 hours away between Lansing and Jackson. Nice, great community, rural, and they're proud to be here, and they've taken the lead and shown that they can fight, and they're here to play. And we've got a dandy in front of us here on the prep in NFHS. Kickoff is handled inside the 15, casually by Narva, and he'll get up to about the 26-yard line. So Leslie regains the lead with their drive. Andre Rison, some would call him Bad Moon Rison, edgy receiver, prolific receiver. What a great career he had in the NFL. But he's doing it as a coach. He wants to coach. He spent here last season as the offensive coordinator. First season as the bench boss. And boy, has he had quite a season. He was inducted into the Michigan Hall of Fame in 2017. That's a nice honor, but he's got many more, including a Super Bowl ring to his credit. And what a great leader Andre Rison has been. He's been a head coach before, but he's really found a home. And look, this was a great hire by Dr. Williams to name and tab Rison as the bench boss.
Yeah, and you can see he's got a connection with his team. They respond really well to him, and it looks like it's a lot of fun to play for Mr. Rison. He's got him playing at a physical elite level.
He's emotional, bit on the sidelines, and fun and animated. I mean, those are all things the kids embraced and have embraced. Rolling right, Nikos throws it. Got a man caught. It's who else? Barnett, the rookie, across the 40 to the 42. Gain of a dozen with 6 seconds left. And the kid just seems to come up with grab after grab and has found this mojo with Davis.
I mean, Barnett could have set up shop, cooked himself an omelet. He was just hanging out in the middle of this zone. Nobody around him for 10, 15 yards. Luckily, they had some good closing speed by number 23 coming in, or this could have been a huge gain. I don't know how that man is getting lost on your defense.
Over the middle, and a dime of a throw that Ciccarella couldn't hold on to.
Yeah, I don't know who that was to. That was either to Ciccarella or it was to number 6. Was that number 6 in the middle of the field? Yeah, it looked like that could have been to Julius Barnett as well. Watch, because Barnett gets his hands on it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So either that was a hot shot to Barnett or just kind of a miscommunication in routes.
Both guys kind of in the same zone. Second down and 10, 1.7 seconds left. This will be the final play of the quarter. Stacy will get it, swing left, and a fine defensive play that started with Colby and ended with a cleanup job from Dexter. End of the third quarter. We head to the fourth. 4 figures in the air. The Knights are looking for their first district title ever. Down by 2. We'll see what's going to happen in the final frame. Let's go down to the field to Kennedy Broadwell, who's got a report. Kennedy, take it away.
Yeah, guys, I want to highlight someone that you won't see on the field here today. Leslie head coach Tim McCann says his wife is actually the head coach of the Blackhawks. He says that this job takes him away from his own kids because he's so busy working with other people. So they've got 2 of their own, another one on the way. His wife is currently 23 weeks pregnant. She goes to the JV and varsity games, as well as heads up everything that the parents are doing. So he gives a lot of credit to her because, like they say, behind every strong man is a strong woman. And I know you guys would feel the same way about your wives.
Oh, we do. And we both have had wives that have had children in recent years. In fact, congratulations. Your wife did just recently.
Yeah.
Baby JoJo.
Baby Joey. 9 months old.
9 months old.
Yep.
Santino Ciccarella has a first down catch across the middle. Thank you for that, Kennedy. Great report. And yes, the wives deserve all the credit. How about this slant?
Yeah, wide open slant. I mean, once again, nobody within 10, 15 yards of the wide receiver.
Handoff, Stacy, left side, flag in the air. And this one might be coming back. What a year for Ciccarella. 50 catches coming in, 1,146 yards and 9 touchdowns. 114 yards a game is what he's averaging in the air. And here's another look at this one coming back.
Yeah, you're going to see Fawcett getting held on the outside.
How else do you stop him?
I mean, they've done a pretty good job of keeping him quiet, but yeah, the fans here on the Liggett side don't love it, but he got grabbed a little bit there.
Alex Lefebvre making no friends here in Grosse Pointe on that play. Been a pretty cleanly called game, officiated, I will say, though. It's been solid.
Yeah, there's been some good calls both ways, obviously. You know, if you're Liggett, whatever team you are, you're going to feel that you got slighted one way or another.
A lot of chicken left on the bone, just underway fourth quarter.
10-yard holding penalties are just such killers.
Yeah. Especially when you get a nice gash for 7, 8, 9 yards. makes this look different. 1st and 20. Nikos got a man, slot, Barnett to the 39 in traffic with a catch and a spin and a completion and a gainer that'll make up most of that gap. Gain of 16 or 17 on the play.
Yeah, there you go. If you got a wide receiver and a battery like this with the pitch and catch, you can make up those 10-yard holding penalties in a hurry and leave yourself with a second and manageable.
Barnett now in this game has gone over 100 yards with that catch. A season high 11 receptions for 110 yards. He's slot right here. Got another catch coming. Caught, out route, stays on his feet, breaks a tackle down to the 23-yard line. That's a rookie. And the 9th grader Barnett got some juice in this building right now.
I mean, just keep feeding the beast. I mean, they get him on these short little routes, and his athleticism is letting him do the rest of the work. You got to make this tackle. That's one thing that Leslie was doing really well in the first half. This time, splits 2 defenders, shakes them off, able to pick up another 10 to 15 yards. That young man right there is strong.
How much is Ciccarella helping the situation for Barnett being available? His attention.
It always plays into it, you know. That's why it's called a team. Here's Ciccarella wide open. Oh, just a miss of the throw. A little too long. Reminds me of the first quarter, Chad. That same play had him open, just sailed him a couple times.
A little too much 4-iron instead of a pitching wedge here.
But I like that. They've been using the short pass to finally set up the long pass. Before, early in the game, they were just strictly long pass, going for the knockout. That time, you know, you're using Barnett 12 times this game. Then you try to hit him over the top. Good play calling, good rhythm.
Yeah, very selective.
Just got to complete that pass.
2nd down and 10 from the 22. Knights trail, and now we've got a flag in the backfield.
Too many men in the huddle.
Indeed it is. Alex Lefebvre said so, and he's not afraid to get in a confrontation with Andre Rison.
I can't see the number. It was Ciccarella coming off the field after they broke the huddle.
Yeah.
And you can't break the huddle with 12 men.
Try to get the Leslie sideline before the deal. Thank you.
So that's a big penalty, and those pre-snap penalties will kill you.
Crowd with some emotions on both sides. Leslie's brought some folks from the great town of Leslie. Nikos Davis can run it. He will do so. And he'll get about 5 of them back. It'll set up 3rd and about 10. And what you would think could be 4-down territory, but we'll leave that up to Andre Rison.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to display their kicker as well. But there you go, just picking up a couple yards. You know, discretion, the better part of valor. I'm not taking on the entire defense to pick up 2 more yards right now. You know, you're sitting 3rd and about a long 11, short 12.
Yep. They will check into the lineup. Number 23, that's P.J. Walker. Corner route, Ciccarella couldn't find it. Had to twist and turn in that wind, and it just didn't work. And it's now 4th and a dozen. And looks like Liggett's committed to going for this thing. It's not field goal range. And worse news is that Ciccarella is down in that end zone. Here's another look at the play.
May have gotten the wind knocked out of him coming down after diving for this ball, but the wind's pushing the ball that way. Yeah, when you land straight on your belly like that, it's going to knock the wind out of you. But the wind kind of, you nailed it. That was a ball that was high up in the air. Wind kind of pushed it over his right shoulder, and he had to come back. Just couldn't make the adjustment in time.
So Leslie, the Blackhawks, and their head coach, Tim McCann. 2nd season as the head coach. What a quick turnaround it's been for him as well. We talk about Andre Rison, but McCann as well has led a nice surge. He's out of Albion. He was a Briton in college. Conference championship this season. First winning record in playoff appearances that 2012 season. And Tim McCann, a proud graduate of 2005 in Leslie High School. 8 years prior to, he was the line coach. And he's waited his turn, and Fun fact, he lives by his motto, faith, family, football, and his wife is the real head coach. And we heard that report earlier, and that was confirmed by Kennedy Broadwell. And, yeah, right now the concern on the field is with Santino Ciccarella, who was slow to get up, but he's looking okay now, and he's under his own power.
Yep, he's definitely got to sit out one play. Even if he could come back in, he can't right away. But here you go, a big 4th and 12, ball on the 24. Just like the last time, though, for Leslie. A lot of room to play with. You just need the first down.
4th and 12. Nikos looking left side. Gary Stacy incomplete. And Leslie will take over with 10:13 to go as they now hold in that red zone.
And once again, a ball that just hangs in the air a long time. We got the wind coming right at us, and you could just see this ball hangs, and you're giving the safety plenty of time to get over there. Some face guarding by big number 55, but I don't think there was any contact before the ball got there.
Not bad for a big fella.
Yeah, Tanner Kraft has impressed me with his lead blocking, linebacker. I mean, what can't this kid do?
Santino Ciccarella is okay, according to Christian Jackson.
Dr. Christian Jackson.
Dr. Christian Jackson. Everything looks fine. Was it a cramp, Christian? Handoff, right side. Evan Dexter, the ball carrier. And he's got his best carry of the afternoon at a critical juncture to get him out of their own territory.
His patience is pretty incredible on this one. You know, it's another delayed handoff. He just takes his time, lets the blocking develop in front of him, and is able to explode. And now it's just kind of a ball control game if you're Leslie, because all you want out of this is a touchdown. You get a touchdown, you're up 8 points. You kick the basic extra point, it's a 2-score game, and you've pretty much sealed the victory.
9.5 left. Clock moving, chains moving for Leslie, trying to steal one on the road. They led by 2 scores. Now they lead by 2 points. Led 15-0 to start the second quarter, or 14-0 rather. Outside zone, holding call coming up. Tackle made after a 4-yard gain by Evan Dexter, but this one it looks like is coming back.
Yeah, a little bit of a jersey tug here. You're looking at the left side of the offensive line right there at the very end. You see 13 being held. And the back official saw it, threw the flag, and there you go. A big holding penalty on Leslie when they had the momentum going on their side, too.
I saw another hold up there, too. So pick your poison.
Yeah, you only get penalized for one, so you might as well do it multiple times if you're going to do it.
Little double jeopardy.
Right. They can't call us all for holding.
It's kind of like when you're speeding in the highway.
Yep. I always call that the rabbit car out in front of me.
Cranmore keeps it, and this time he's not rabbiting anywhere. Drew Johnson getting dirty on the deck with a stop. 55 doing his thing.
Yeah, Mr. Johnson's staying home. He's done a great job of not buying into all the misdirection that comes along with this Leslie offense.
All right, guys, a real quick check-in on number 0, Santino Ciccarella. It was confirmed a hamstring cramp, so hopefully not too much to worry about here, guys.
Thanks, Kennedy. Appreciate that. Well, the hammy you do worry about, but good news, he's coming back in the game. Cranmore chasing around, and Cranmore with a flag down is tackled by Liam Kurtz, who sets that edge just fine. Tackle for loss for the moment, but will there be a further loss on the play stick?
I don't know if somebody got a face mask. I just saw 58 kind of throw his hands in the air, so it looked like this may be on Liggett.
I think you're right.
Face mask, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of motion. And you could tell. I think that was Narva that came in, number 5, and got it.
Yeah, number five has a brief
had to slow it down.
Not a whole lot there. A little bit of a ticky-tack call.
Well, I believe it's only a 5-yard because, they didn't mark off 15.
Yep. Let's see here.
There you go.
Just a brief.
Yeah, just grabbed him on the way by. It's tough when you got a quarterback switching direction
5-yarder.
like he was.
Sorry, Stick.
Yeah, but 5-yarder, but you had him for a sack, Yeah, it looks like
we'll take a timeout and step aside with a timeout on the field. We're coming back to beautiful Healy Field right after these.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores.
Friends at Smokey G's on Atwater Street, delivering delicious food for us. Greg Sims, the owner. Handcrafted cuisine. Get them at 313-693-2533. Just a delicious product. Ribs, chicken. I know you love the mac and cheese.
I do.
Oh, there's so much to love. 2nd and 6 for Leslie after the penalty. It's Cranmore, and he's going to fight near the first down marker and just slips his way close, about a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It is one of the most slow-developing option handoffs I've ever seen. Like, watch how long. Hold, take it from him, and now up the middle. And that's got to be so hard to read from the defense because you can't commit. He's making you decide.
Yep. Fights forward, too. 3rd and 1 from the 50-yard line.
You got to sell out, right, if you're Liggett?
I think. They do, and they get the stop. Loss on the play. Gain of 0. 4th and 1 coming.
And that's number 58. We've been calling him the wrong name all game. That's Allard. That's Austin Allard, the senior. We had him listed as a freshman in the first half.
Well, yes. They changed numbers on us. So timeout before this 4th and 1 play.
And the scoreboard went out again.
Want to thank our friends at Evolutionary Management, construction and property management firm servicing Grosse Pointe and the whole entire Metro Detroit area. Fully licensed and insured. GetEvolutionary.com. We thank them for their sponsorship of this broadcast. Thanks to NFHS on the platform, and We Are the Prep producing this broadcast, captained by Christian Jackson today. We thank the Liggett folks for playing nice in the sandbox with us. Tight parameters, we've come into their space, and we thank them for being so accommodating. No surprise that the staff of Dr. Lathan Williams is accommodating. Special thanks to Alex Westfall as well for some of the early engineering of this broadcast. Things started early here at 7:30. 4th and 1. Keeper Cranmore, first down and more! Across the 40 to the 39. Touchdown saving tackle by Devon Abbott. A 4th down conversion.
And that is a huge 4th down conversion, obviously, especially with 6 minutes left to go in this game. Now you got to start thinking about, if you're Liggett, you got to start taking a couple more chances than you normally would. You need to force that turnover. They did a great job earlier in this game of stripping the ball, so then you want to ratchet that up a little bit. But if I'm Leslie, you got this game in hand as long as you can keep it on the ground and keep that clock running, which it is right now.
2-point lead for Leslie. On the march, looking for more. Outside zone and a flag. And a holding call coming up. And the guy getting held was Mr. Kurtz. He called it. He got it.
Now, that's a huge penalty, though. I mean, now you're going to start out 1st and 20, and that is a whole lot different, obviously, than 2nd and 6 or whatever you just would have picked up. So that could be a game-changing holding penalty right now with 6 minutes left on this clock.
I think you're right.
Now, it's always the little moments that add up to create a victory or a loss, and it's those little things right there. Now, you would have rather no gain than a holding penalty.
Yeah. So 1st and 20, they'll put this thing all the way back to the 48-yard line. 6 minutes remaining. And this battle for the district title would be the first in the 122-year history of University Liggett schools. The winner gets Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central. They won last night over Clinton 51-30. Riverview Gabriel Richard knocked off Manchester. Riverview Gabriel Richard, one of the schools that knocked off Liggett this year. The other team, Marine City, a couple weeks back. And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll step aside with 5:38 to go. A 2-point game playing for a title in Grosse Pointe on this beautiful Saturday afternoon from Healy Field. Back with a finale after this. Want to thank our friends at Ricci Automotive. Visit joericciauto.com for all your new and pre-owned needs, or call Jay directly. Get him on his celly at 313-806-7848. Mention the prep and mention University Liggett and get an extra $1,000 off your ride. Pre-owned vehicles, give him a call today. Jay Ritchie at 313-806-7848. Chad Bush, Sam Stick Day, Kennedy Broadwell. Stick, 1st and 20 now from the 48. If you're Leslie, what's the attack plan against this Liggett offense, and what do you have to get done on 1st down?
Well, if I'm Leslie, I'm looking for a nice completable pass, maybe a screen pass, just something inbounds to get this clock rolling, and then we'll see how many yards I get from there, how I'm going to attack it.
All right. 1st down play. Cranmore's going to keep it. Cranmore going to try the outside perimeter. And not much there. He did break a tackle to get the TFL avoided. And a slight scamper on 1st down for a few.
But he smartly stayed in bounds. You see him. He easily could have ran out of bounds here, but I think he learned from the first half. You don't want to do that. And there he goes. He stays in bounds, keeps that clock running. And now you're looking at a 2nd and about 16.
Maybe tackles. Can you get Liggett defense?
3 wide receivers to the left. In the slot, watch that man. That's Jaden Colby, leading receiver. The throw left side behind the line of scrimmage, and Johnson is tackled textbook style by marvelous Marvin Hartfield. 3rd and long.
Yeah, Hartfield's had an impressive game. Here you see another lateral, a backwards pass, but then all of a sudden Hartfield comes in the screen, tries to cut back. Helmet right in the middle of the shoulder pads. Perfect textbook tackle. Physical.
Clip that. I mean, that is how you tackle in this beautiful game of football. Impressive by the senior. So, 3rd and long. 3rd and 20. What can't you do if you're Liggett here defensively?
If you're Liggett, you can't give up the big play. Everything's in front of you right now.
Cranton throws down near the 1st down marker inside the 30, and I think he got it. Needed 20, and he got 21. I think. No sign yet. Now they do. Wow. A back-breaking 3rd and 20 conversion. And they found the top target and Colby.
You know, they had some success up the middle with those seam routes earlier in the game, and that was a great call by the offensive coordinator for Leslie, getting that in there because that's where they found success again. A nice bullet pass from the quarterback, picking up the first down, and that's huge. Now you can salt the game away with a couple of first downs.
3.5 left, 1st and 10 for the 27. Cranmore hands, gives right sideline, touchdown Leslie. Evan Dexter with a scamper that's going to make this a tough comeback trail for University Liggett.
You see it, just some over pursuit by the defense. You haven't really seen that all game, but once that pressure of the game's on the line, I got to make a play, I got to get upfield. They got caught up, and next thing you know, that young man all the way in the end zone. Evan Dexter, have yourself a game. And now here you go. If you knock down this extra point, it's a 2-score ball game with 3 minutes left.
27-yard touchdown run. Extra point, no good. This stays at an 8-point game with 3:21 to go. A missed extra point by Johnson, and there's hope alive in Grosse Pointe still for the home team.
You know, what you think is an automatic and a simplest play in football, that one extra point, that is so huge right now. Like I said, that would have made it a 9-point game, pretty much impossible to get 2 possessions out of 3 minutes left in high school football. But now the faith is all on the Liggett side. You get the ball, you got destiny in your hands. You got to go earn it if you want to win a division title.
23-15 in this Division 7 stellar district championship matchup. Here's another look at the extra point failed attempt that hit the crossbar.
Yeah, it was a hot snap. It went into the holder's chest. He was able to get it down, but just a low hit. I don't know if it got tipped at all, or if it was just a knuckleball coming straight off the foot.
I thought Dom Jurasai might have tipped it at the end. He did. So Jurasai got a finger on it to help it. Either way, it sits at an 8-point margin, and this is something that Liggett dreamed of after that touchdown run.
I mean, that was huge after giving up that massive 4th down play, and almost giving up that touchdown this early is going to help Liggett. This is one of those weird things in football again. You never want to give up scores, but by giving up that big run on the touchdown, now you have 3 minutes to go get this tie ball game.
Kickoff taken by Hartfield.
Uh-oh.
Back to the 20. Makes a move. Watch out. Open field. One man to beat. 50, 40. Down inside the 30. Marvin Hartfield again with a haymaker. And Liggett's got more than life with 3:09 to go.
Not only do they have life, Chad, they have heart. Hartfield, that is. This kid is unbelievable, making defensive plays. And you see it all the time. Whenever there's a bobble or the ball hits the ground, you lose your lanes, and that's what it's all about on the kickoff, and everybody just wants to attack the ball on the ground instead of staying in your lane. He's able to exploit that, and I thought he was gone. I didn't think he had a chance till Braden Johnson flashed in the picture, and now 3 minutes, plenty of time. You just got to play your offense and get in the end zone.
Nikos Davis looking right, hitch route caught. Santino Ciccarella inside the 25 to the 24. It's a gain of 11 on the play. Move those chains. Fined by Davis.
It's good to see Ciccarella back after that.
Yes.
What was it? He just had a
hamstring. Yep.
Now he's back playing. Little cramp.
Kennedy Broadwell said he was fine.
Yeah.
Christian Jackson said he was fine.
Dr. Christian Jackson.
And so he's fine. 2:45 to go. 1st and 10 from the 24. Davis barking out commands. Team down 8. Need a touchdown and a conversion. Hartfield makes a man miss. Touchdown, Marvin Hartfield. Fittingly beats the defense single-handedly after the big return. And the seniors got life back at University Liggett.
Well, he's the one that gave him life on that kickoff return, so why not reward the man? Breaks one tackle, shifty in the open field, dives for the end zone. Touchdown. Now you got to secure this 2-point conversion.
24-yard touchdown pass from Nikos Davis to Marvin. Now, the 2-point conversion here with 2:35 to go. This isn't it, a lot of time, but it sure would feel good if you're Liggett to get in here.
Well, you got both sidelines up on their feet. This is the type of game you want to see in every playoff game.
Walker to the left, Stacy to the right. Davis in the gun. 2-point conversion pass is no good. Leslie stops it. Too tall in the end zone for Juju Barnett. And so we sit at a Leslie 2-point lead, 23-21, 2.5 to go.
You know, obviously you're going to second guess it because it didn't work, but a nice little rollout here. You move the pocket, you give your quarterback time. Ball just kind of sailed on him again. That's the time he needed to rifle it right into the shoulder pads. But here you go.
Covered.
You know, you had a big moment. You got within 2. You still got 2 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Monroe St. Mary's Catholic Central awaits, and they've got their scouting report. The young men are saying, hey, we're next. We're number 1, and we want you, whoever you are. Is it Liggett? Is it Leslie? A lot of chicken left on the bone with 2:35 to go, and I believe 2 timeouts left.
Yep. Do you go onside kick here or don't you?
No.
You want to play it?
I don't think so. I mean, I think you get it away and give yourself a chance. A lot of game left with 2.5 to go. And an offense that's set and comfy in passing the football. But what do I know? We'll see. The kicker lining it up. It's Gould. Leslie playing it as if it's an onside, which they should. But if you kick it away, you also have the ability to cut them deep in their own end zone.
Yeah, and when you get that ball back, assuming you stop them on 3 downs.
We'll see what they do. It will be kicked away, and this is going to be down in no man's land. Watch out here. Ball's going to be in the end zone, and that is a critical role and something Liggett hoped was going to be more like a pitching wedge.
You hope eventually that ball would get a little backspin on it, but no, rolls on into the end zone. And now you just got to run your offense and run this clock. 2 timeouts left for Liggett, so you're going to have to pick up a first down.
23-21, Leslie trying to advance to take on Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central, and that man, Andre Risen, the head coach in his first year, trying to make another first and winning the first district title in University Liggett football history.
Well, if you're Liggett, you're looking to strip the ball, you're looking to punch the ball out, tip ball, whatever you can do. Get aggressive and attack.
Handoff up the middle, gain of about 4 or 5, and a lot on first down before Drew Johnson and Nikos Davis make the tackle. And when you're assuming run and you have to, that's just too much.
Yeah, and just too easy. A little stutter step and then straight up the middle. You're happy to do that all game long if you're Leslie.
2nd down and 4. Clock a-ticking. Leslie loving it. They've brought the town of Leslie. Under 2 minutes we roll. Cranmore, the gun, going to take it himself, and he's going to have enough for a first down. Move the chains. It looks like he has enough, and he does.
Yep, the white hat coming in, giving the first down. You see the fans traveling from Leslie, celebrating that. Student section covered in in blankets.
Yeah.
You got to give it up to the Liggett PA announcer. He's giving out compliments for the first down. A very nice run by the quarterback.
That's Mr. Jurasai.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great sportsmanship. Yeah, victory formation coming out.
So, electing not to use a timeout. And we've got a whistle.
That looked like, was that a delay of game?
It is. It's a delay of game, and that'll stop the clock and give a penalty.
They're just using every single second they can. So they'll take the 5-yard penalty, start this 1st and 15. Back to victory formation.
Yep. And
you got the timeout. Oh!
Timeout on the field. And the Knights will take it. And the Leslie folks sniffing victory at a district championship. But if you're Liggett, what can you do with a minute 3 and we don't know 1 or 2 timeouts? I think that is Liggett's last. It's a timing game. So that was their last timeout.
Yeah, if you're Liggett, I mean, you got to go back to that 2-point conversion. Maybe you use a timeout there to draw up a better play, knowing that's everything in this game. You must make that to get going, but you cannot discredit the heart in these kids and to come back down 8 with 3 minutes left. Big kickoff return, big touchdown. You know, if you're Liggett, you could be proud of what you put together this season.
So many firsts this season, and it's been a fabulous year for Andre Risen and his kids. Beat Detroit Denby, first matchup in school history back in the first week. Beat Cranbrook for the first time in 22 years in a game we covered on the prep in week 4. Beat Ann Arbor, Father Gabriel Richard for the first time on 10-11. Beat Loyola for the first time. Beat Bishop Foley for the first time. And on the verge today of winning their first district championship, Stick, but looks like they're going to come up short to a Leslie team and program that just seems to be a little better today.
Yeah, this was such an even matchup. It's tough to say which team was better. It's just which team had the bigger moments, you know. You got to take your hat off to Liggett. They had some big stops, interceptions in the end zone. You know, Leslie, same thing with them. They had some big plays, and now they get to celebrate.
So, time winding down. Both teams fighting hard till the end. And that'll do it. Leslie is the champion of the District Division 7 title here at Grosse Pointe Woods Liggett. We'll take a timeout. More to come. Highlights, stats, and our G of the game coming up next. You're watching coverage on NFHS via The Prep.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Well, this ball game is over and Leslie wins it. Stick, a district championship, Division 7 that was won by Leslie, and some highlights from this game, and a game that went back and forth. Both teams a lot of pride and things to be proud of as they move on in different directions.
Yeah, you see the early touchdown here for Leslie. Just a nice little wheel route by number 1, Jaden Colby. He had a pretty good game today all the way around. And Leslie just, all game long, they got up on that big lead, and unfortunately it was just a little too much for Liggett to recover. Here's another angle of that touchdown we just saw, wide open on his way to the end zone. But Liggett came out. They played extremely hard. They got down early. They showed their heart. They came back not only to tie the game, but they took the lead, and they pretty much had the lead the whole game. So if you're Liggett, there's a lot of positives you can point to. Just a couple times you shot yourself in the foot. Some holding calls that I don't think really went their way. A face mask call there, that was big on a 1st and 20. But Liggett played a hard-nosed, tough, physical game. There you see him stopping them on their 2-point conversion. And this young man right here, one of the hardest hitting players that I think we've been able to call all season long. Mr. Stacy, I call him, because you got to add the Mr. when he's running over people like that. He's doing pancake blocks. He's coming down on the line of scrimmage as a defender. I mean, you can't speak highly enough about what number 22 Stacy did today for Liggett.
And Nikos Davis went to the air and found gold with a target he's been favoring all season long for good reason. Ciccarella with a 45-yard touchdown catch here.
Yeah, and here you get another angle at it. If you look at the left side of your screen, you see that massive block by Mr. number 22 that we were just talking about, and just a nice pitch and catch. And that's when the momentum really started to sway back to the Liggett side. I mean, you get one more look at it. There's that monster block, and the huge ball down the field, and that's what we expected all game long. Just an air raid offense from both sides of the ball, and this pretty much made the game. I mean, the kicking, having a field goal kicker from Leslie changed the game, and then this pretty much sealed it off. Number 23, I believe that is our G of the game today. Kennedy Broadwell's going to get him on the sideline and talk to him. We got to get him his hat. But this, missing that extra point made it big, and then, of course, you get a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff. leading to a 2-point conversion that was supposed to tie the game. Leslie stopped the 2-point conversion, and that was all they wrote. So Kennedy Broadwell getting the G of the game right now. Leslie wins 23-21 in a familiar setting because they were here over the summer at University Liggett.
Yeah, kind of a full circle win for Leslie, being able to come back after being in the D-zone shootout 7-on-7. Kennedy Broadwell is standing by with our G of the game, Mr. Evan Dexter, the junior running back and linebacker.
Yeah, Evan, everything going right for you here tonight, leading your team in rushing yards and in tackles. We've got you down for 12 tackles, 107 yards, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Tell me what was going right for you out there.
I mean, I kind of owe it to all my line. I mean, I can't do nothing without them. They really stepped up today. I'm beyond proud of them.
Awesome. District title win. Tell me what this one means.
I mean, it means a lot. My freshman year, we went 2-7. Bad coaching, lack of just confidence, and to come from a 2-7 team to 10-1 now, it's just crazy and unbelievable.
Despite it being a 2-hour road trip, a lot of the community made it out. How'd they help this one?
I just think having the student section, everyone else here, I mean, just the boost of morale, it just says something out here.
Absolutely. A big showing for you guys here tonight. Your next opponents, the Falcons, did make it out to see you. What do you hope you showed them?
I hope they're scared because we are planning to bring it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much and congratulations, you guys. Evan Dexter, our G of the game.
Show us that jersey, man. He's got his jersey ripped off. Look at this, man.
A wanted man, ripped jersey, a great performance on both sides. Running the football, tackling the football. Thank you, Kennedy, for your great work all game long. Look at that. They're pounding fists and everything. Listen, Stick, performance by – this is a passing offense, and we saw the running back Dexter get the first run early. They went back to him later in the game. It really was the difference, being able to control the clock and control the ground game for Leslie.
Yeah, I mean, Leslie, normally they'll put the ball in the air, about 40 times, 50 times a game. Today, only 25. You know, it was more of a condensed game for them. You know, the wind may have played a factor in that. Also, getting out to an early lead may have played a factor in that. But either way, they played all their cards right, and they're getting out of here with a 23-21 tough victory at the beautiful facilities they have here at University Liggett.
Yep. Congratulations to Liggett on the season. They finished 7-4. Never have had 2 games they could host in the postseason.
A lot like the Lions, huh?
Yeah.
Hosting 2 home playoff games?
No doubt. Some parallels there, no question. And you know what? This was a great day for football. We thank them for hosting here at University Liggett. Dr. Lathan Williams, head coach Andre Rison. We thank them for their time. And we thank all of you for watching on NFHS. Happy to have this great crew, a talented crew. And thanks so much for all of the support. Captained by Alex Westfall, was the lead engineer. Executive producer Christian Jackson. On replay, Robert Sherby. On audio, Austin Sonnenberg. On graphics, Austin Sonnenberg. Double credits today for the third-year man out of Troy. Sam Fisher on camera 1.
Fish!
DeAndre Ace Pruitt on camera 2. Matt Catoni in a game day trade with Civic Television on camera 3. Brad the Boss Ross late but on time with his action on the field on camera 4. Kennedy Broadwell on the sidelines. Pat the Stat Bush on statistics. Jamie Janssen making her return in the 2024 football season on stats.
Yeah, Jamie.
And a great staff indeed. My partner,
that guy.
Sam Stick Day, Kennedy Broadwell on the field. My name is Chad Bush, and we thank NFHS and the MHSAA for the ability to cover this game. Once again, your final score, Leslie, the winner in this district final, Division 7, 23-21 over Liggett. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next week at a destination to be determined. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. So long.